To the players, the coaches, and all the fans.
Tequila.
You twice. All right, have a good one. See ya.
There's no way I go to X unless I know Hastings is a part of the show.
Anytime. Thanks for having me on. Take care, Jim.
When, Rome? When? My answer is soon, clones. Soon.
I'm gonna let you talk.
Good night now.
Hit me with some Van Halen, Albie. Hit me with some Van Halen. That was so good. Alvin DeLauro's week that was. Hey, Mystery Mike, I got a question for you. How are you going to depict that? You're just going to put that up full screen, week that was? Or are you going to try and chase him? That's impossible. That's Mystery Mike's problem, not mine. We got a whole new crew. We got a whole new studio. We got a whole new crew. In fact, there's going to be some construction this weekend. How do I know? I see them pulling it all in right now. That means we're getting close.
What?
We're not even off the air, and they've already started construction on the studio I'm in right now. That's how it is. That's a legitimate saw. Yo, Rome, is that your name, Rome? Can you just move? We got to get this thing done. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. O'Reilly Veriscan is a free check engine light testing program that pulls from over 600 million vehicle scans confirmed by ASC certified technicians to provide a simple report and possible fixes available exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Albie, cut that and send me out with some Van Halen. What if I never hear it again? Or don't. Got to, man. That's how you start your weekend. I'm not done yet. I'm not going to start my weekend, but that's how you start your weekend. My thanks to Tyler Lockett, James Kelly, Brandon Gomes, the XR4 Ti. Have a great weekend. See you Monday.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our clients' portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, you missed
Jeff Palumbo, associate head coach. Savage goes 11 Ks. It seems like every time he goes out there, he gets double digits in strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean, his stuff is just so special. And you talk with the opponent team, they just, talk about, right, going into the game, right, how they feel, right, getting ready to face an arm like him. And just, it's a helpless feeling. And I tell him, hey, man, I've watched him pitch now for 3 years, and I have no idea how you're going to put a plan together that's going to be successful.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
Golden Ticket Cinemas is Greenville's newest movie theater and is now open in the Greenville Grand location on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. Experience the ultimate movie magic with their Elite experience. The Elite Theater has the largest screen in Greenville, state-of-the-art 4K laser projection, immersive Dolby Atmos sound, and heated luxury recliners. And coming soon, Eastern North Carolina's only IMAX theater. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arrgh!
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville is under new management with over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Come on down and purchase the vehicle of your dreams today at Doug Henry of Greenville. Right on the corner, right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville. Go Pirates!
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Baltimore Orioles baseball.
Big on 1-1. Santander out towards right, heading back towards the stands, and it's over the wall! A grand Santander! His fifth and the biggest of the year as he clears the bases. Bowser, Henderson, Urias wait at home plate. And he has busted it wide open with a slam, 11-0 for the Birds.
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
Clip, what's up? It's Bryce.
Loneliness is worse than COVID. It's a proven fact.
Bro, what are we doing here?
Bro.
Just a bunch of dudes sitting in a room talking into sticks, man.
If it wasn't funny, then let's blame it on the duck.
He top 5, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't want a stalker.
Well, hello, Shirley. It's been a while.
Miss Shirley, please have you scanned your FPV card back on Pirate Radio. Now!
Have you scanned your MVP card?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. And come join us on Facebook Live and YouTube. Head on over to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. You can watch this show, The Brian Bailey Show, The Holton Ahlers Show, all of our ECU baseball pre and post game, and a bunch of other goodies. So head on over there. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and you can be a part of our show as well. We're on Facebook Live also. All right, got a lot of guests to get to here on a Feel Good Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Our old buddy Corey Gloor, former voice for ECU baseball, now the play-by-play voice of the Tulane Green Wave, will join us. We'll get you ready for East Carolina and Tulane coming up tonight, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll also talk some NFL with Tony Dunn from the C3 podcast. Morgan Ahlers will join us on today's program, as will Brian North from WCTI 12, to get you ready for the sports weekend. And Another old friend of ours, Houston McCullough, used to work here at East Carolina handling social media and other duties. She is now the videographer for the Orlando Magic. So she is just coming off their NBA season. And we'll catch up with Houston and talk about what she's up to here on this Friday. Shirley Rhodes is here. Shirley, happy Friday to you. Oh, sorry. You weren't at your desk.
Happy Friday. Sorry, I was getting up to move something.
And Alex Harper is here as well. And Alex is on his best behavior.
I smash anybody's grandma.
Whoa. Maybe not. Alex's parents are taking the Pirate Radio tour today.
Yeah, they're here.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Harper. Welcome. How you doing today, Alex?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Doing good. I saw you earlier today. We'll talk about that in a moment. And we'll welcome in the number one stunner himself, Chandler Honeycutt. What's up, Sean?
In the building, baby. What's up, Clipper? Happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday. There's a weird energy right now. Because we did a lot of laughing right before the show started. We did a little bit of yelling. At one point, you said, "Is this how it's going to be today?" Yeah. So I don't know which way this is going to go.
I know, but like, y'all were like giving me hell. Like, I don't know. Y'all were just like, especially Alex. And then his parents walk in. And now he's all nice now.
What did I say?
I don't know.
What did I do?
You were yelling at me.
do know what you said.
Okay, so in Alex's defense.
Oh, here we go.
He really didn't do anything. Chandler kind of brought it up himself.
Ooh.
You know those memes where it says nobody and then there's like a blank space and then Chandler kind of stepped in? That's what made us lose it.
Chandler did something very funny, and I know why he's upset too. You were here for a good 15, 20 minutes. We were talking about this and that, and finally you looked at all of us and said, "Oh, nobody's going to talk about my haircut? All right then," and walked away. Did you just came in? What did you think was going to happen? We were going to be like, "Oh my God, look at this guy's haircut."
Usually when I get my haircut, I walk in and you're like, "Hey, fresh cut." Even Mark Alexander, who was leaving the studio, said, "Man, got the haircut."
So you checked him off. All right, Mark, check.
And you didn't do it this time.
And you were offended.
And I didn't realize it until I was in the bathroom and I was using the bathroom. And I said, "Nobody has said anything about my haircut." So then when I came back out, I was like, "So is nobody going to say anything about my haircut?" Okay.
It was funny, but you are legitimately upset that we didn't recognize your haircut.
We were also middle of conversation.
All right.
Me, Clip, and Shirley were having a conversation.
And y'all were talking about me, too.
And you were behind
y'all
the wall.
You were talking about me.
Let me finish, man.
You were talking about me.
You stuck your head in around the corner and was like, "So no one's going to mention my cut?" All right, dude. And left.
Yeah, and got mad.
All right, I'm actually not mad.
Chad said, "Nice haircut."
Thanks, Chad. Appreciate you.
Steve's checking in with us. Happy Friday to you, Steve. Jamie's in with a hey now. He said, "Good timing playing away this weekend, weather-wise." What do we got? Some storms are brewing?
Yeah, it looks that way outside. And I think starting around 5, 6 o'clock, there's about 40% chance of rain.
What happened to those April showers bringing Mayflowers? You got May showers?
It's gonna be May.
Matt is checking in, and Hadley is as well. Hello, Matt and Hadley.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Hadley.
Hope y'all are having a fantastic Friday, and also PJ is in.
PJ!
Hello to all the Pirate peeps. PJ, stay tuned. We'll hear from Corey Gloor coming up in just a moment and get you ready for ECU Tulane. We'll talk about what the Green Wave have been up to this baseball season. Man, we got to go inside the Canes corner at some point. That was tough.
It's getting smaller and smaller.
But should we, for you Pirate fans tuned in, ECU baseball, we'll talk to Corey Gloor in a moment. No new basketball news at this point. Anything on the football horizon? I don't believe so. And softball season ended yesterday. So, yeah, I don't have much Pirate news for you people right now.
Well, I'm depressed on a Friday.
Yeah, sorry. So should we talk about what we did earlier today?
Absolutely.
So
you can't escape it.
All right.
That was okay. That was a good one.
Myself, Chandler, Snappa, Alex Harper,
Snapple,
and Mark Alexander went to Undaunted escape rooms.
Yes. Never done one before in my life until today.
Neither have I. So Greenville will have a new escape room headquarters. And I believe they said their grand opening is coming at some point this month.
Yes.
Yeah. And we were kind of the guinea pigs, the beta testers.
Test run.
And I got to tell you, I had a ball. First of all, I was with great company. Second of all, when you have a task and you're solving puzzles and things like that, it's really fun. Like, I wanted it to keep going.
And and that's, I believe, the only room they have right now. But I believe they're going to have in total about 5 rooms.
This was a pirate themed room. It's right on 10th Street, and it was really fun. Chandler, what was your take on it?
No, it was a lot of fun. A lot of thinking. A lot of trying to figure out puzzles and riddles, and they even help you out. They have a screen in there. They're watching you. I know this sounds kind of weird, but they're watching you as you go through this obstacle course, I guess, and they'll give you clues. And they gave us a lot of clues, and we thought we were doing pretty bad because it seemed like every 5 minutes they were like, hey, here's a hint.
Yeah.
But they said, hey, for people that have really not done an escape room, you guys did great. So I think you have like an hour to complete it, and I think we did about 45 minutes.
Yeah, 45, 50 minutes.
They could be lying too, though.
About
us doing a good job.
I know.
I thought about that
They
when
could
they said
just
it.
have
I was
been
like,
being nice.
They were like, hey.
said it, and I was like, thank you. I appreciate it.
If we say these guys suck, they probably won't talk about us good on the radio.
Yeah.
So we need to act like they did a
We
great
also
job.
barely did any of the side quests.
Yeah, we were too focused on the I got to give props to the creators out there. I was like, did y'all get this from somewhere else? And they were like, no, we came up with all this. It's very detailed, and this was a pirate theme. It was awesome.
Shout out to Adam Runfola, a Pirate Radio listener, big Pirate Radio listener. Met him at the Pirate Radio kickoff party last year. He actually chimes into YouTube and says Mark was the MVP since Shirley could not make it.
I'm glad Adam brought that up because I asked you to get a sheet of paper, a sticky note, and a pen, which Alex did immediately, and Chandler asked, why? What are we doing? Where's the paper? Like, why? Alex just walked right over there, picked it up, sat down. Why do you got to cause a stink about everything, man?
There's no stink.
Why you got to be difficult?
It smells really good, and I got my.
You got that fresh haircut smell.
It's like fresh cut grass.
Here's what I want to do. I want everybody to rank the 4 players that participated today.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead. All right, I want to go ahead and put myself.
Do it quietly. Maybe I'll have you first. We don't know. We're gonna see where everybody has everybody ranked. And we will talk about the results. So Adam said Mark was the MVP.
Top 5, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna say we're all top 5. I will say that out of the 4.
I mean, there was only I was about to say only 4 of us.
So we're all top 5. All right, Chandler. Since you already spoiled one, go ahead and reveal your results. First of all, who was number 4?
All right, number 4 is me because I just kept walking around and I would try to go to do something to help out, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. You are terrible. When we first started, man, you don't understand how lost I was. I was like, what are we doing here, bro? And it was actually there was one time I did figure out something and I felt so good about it, but that was about it. So I am last on the list out of the 4.
Chandler, at least once, maybe twice, was like, oh, hold up, guys, hold up. And I was like, I cannot wait to hear what he's about to say.
And said nothing. There was an instance where I
was like, wait. And then
Gosh.
everybody be like, and I was just like, never mind.
Wait, guys.
Cool, neat story.
I got it. And we're like, what? What is it, Chandler? What is it?
Oh, a pirate ship.
Chat game. Let's all, yeah.
And there was like a skeleton on the ground. Oh, the skeleton. It has a sword. Which actually, we needed the sword.
much later.
Yeah.
After you pointed it out.
I said the skeleton has a sword.
Adam, we need that raw footage. How much to get the raw footage of what happened today? All right, who's number 3?
All right, number 3 is Clip Brock.
What? 3?
I mean,
are you kidding
me? Let
me
explain. You were trying, and you were actually trying to figure things out, and there was a few things you did figure out. And I'll say that, you were enjoying it.
I was enjoying it. I had a blast.
Second on my list is Alex. Because Alex, actually, there were several times I would look, and Alex is over there, like, literally into trying to figure out something. Going back and forth to different things, unlocking things. So I got him second.
All right.
First, obviously, is Mark, as Adam said, is the MVP. Mark figured out a lot of different riddles and clues and different stuff like that. So I would say Mark is my number one.
All right, here is my 4. Chandler, you are coming in at 4th with a bullet. Easy call there. Coming in at number 3, Clip. You are absolutely right. I think 3 and 4 were pretty clear, and I think 1 and 2 could be debated. But here is how I saw it. I see Mark Alexander as our captain, whereas Alex is that pirate that goes a little rogue but gets the job done.
Yeah.
While Mark's kind of directing us, Alex is off on the side, not because he don't want to be a part of the group, because he's got something figured out and he's on to something. So I'm going to put Mark 1 as our captain and Alex as our first mate, who, if we were to kind of send off to do a side project to get a job done, I would send Alex because I would want Mark captaining the ship.
The effort from Alex,
it was incredible.
Was unbelievable.
Great team player.
Was unbelievable. But Mark had the effort and the brains.
Yeah.
I had the same rankings, and mostly one to give credit to Mark, but also being self-aware. Most of the stuff that I was doing and figuring out were side quests and really did not benefit the main story and the main objective of escaping the room. But some of it did. But yeah, Mark was a total MVP and led the group.
Any thoughts on Chandler and myself?
No, dude, Clip, you were very helpful.
I was so
Clip,
excited for that little chat. When you said
We're
chat, I
going
was
to
like,
forever, man.
That changed quickly.
You know what? Even if you didn't by yourself solve that much, you were a guy to bounce ideas off of and help us all figure out. Chandler, Chandler, you were the vibes guy. You know what I mean? You were a good locker room guy, good guy to have around.
No, really though. Like when we would solve something, I would be like, "Let's go!" I was like, "Yes, awesome, sweet." I tried to I was the morale guy, I guess. Like we solved a clue or whatever, and I would be like, "All right, let's go to the next one." And let me not do anything.
I think you did solve one, and it was like, "Oh, we got to put the cracker on the plate." But the parrot literally said, "Put the cracker on the plate."
Wait, no spoilers.
You were like, "Oh, we got to put the..."
Chandler was kind of like our parrot. He just repeated everything we said.
I did do that. The parrot did say, "I want the cracker. Put it on my plate." I said, "The cracker goes on the plate."
I got it, guys. I figured it out. I highly recommend, and I can't wait until they open up more rooms so our foursome can go back and do this again.
The one that they told us today, and I'm not going to spoil it because I want people to go and enjoy it, but it's really cool.
Yeah, pirate themed.
Yes.
Which is why I give credit to the designers because they really thought all this through.
It's called No Quarter.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Thank you, Undaunted. Thank you, everybody there for letting us.
Do we have an opening date?
Adam, you still listening?
Adam, please tell
I want to say he said
18th?
Later. I believe I heard that number.
May 18th?
Or was that another clue? Now everything I look at, I think is a clue.
A clue.
The mystery machine.
Steve said Sean was like Lassie barking. What is it, boy? Is Timmy lost in the cave?
What is it, boy?
We just kept looking at Chandler. What is it, Chandler? He's like, never mind. No, I'm wrong. Never mind. All right, fun stuff. I'll tell you what wasn't fun. Yeah, it was fun until it wasn't. Canes lose. Alex, is this series over? We talk about the panic button. If I put that panic button in front of you right now, what are you doing to that panic button?
Before we start Canes, let's hit Wade Minter right quick.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Just to, get the spirits high a little bit.
All right.
Carolina Hurricanes goal! His first career goal, scorer number 49, Alex Harper!
You know what? I can't even smile hearing that right now. I'm so upset. Alex isn't even smiling. Usually he hears that, he lights up, but not today.
Me.
Yeah.
The series is not over theoretically You do have to lose 4 times, but in every other aspect, I think we win Saturday. Maybe we may get 2 if things fall our way, but it's not looking good. We're going to have some conversations about this organization in the offseason.
Huh.
A lot of free agents, a lot of contracts coming up. Very disappointing.
That shorthanded goal just felt like a massive backbreaker.
Just, the whole power play situation, we're -1 on power plays in this round. 0 for 15, have not scored, and let up a shorthanded goal.
ECU Skip. ECU Skip Bayless on YouTube says series.
His name's Jonathan.
Oh, Jonathan says series is absolutely over. Need to let Rod walk.
I mean,
if anybody saw my Twitter post last night, I know we're going to have a Canes Corner at some point. I'll get into that.
This is not Canes Corner yet. This is just initial thoughts.
What I'm saying is I'm not sure I completely disagree with that.
Whoa! I don't disagree.
I don't disagree.
I don't disagree.
I didn't say that. Jonathan said it. But I don't disagree.
Wow. All right.
Man.
Interesting.
Canes Corner coming up.
Canes Corner is going to be spicy.
Spicy.
Yes, it is.
Spicy.
Anything else going on in the world of sports? You watch any basketball last night? I did win on your Mavs. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you wanted the Celtics until Zach Kaplan said so, and they got demolished at home.
Yeah, I was ready to take the Celtics again, but credit to Pirate Radio, credit to me for booking a guest who is a Celtics fan, and credit to me for asking the question, hey, should we ride with the Celtics? And he said no. Therefore, boom, you don't ride.
Let me just get my credit out of my pocket.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you.
Thank you, buddy. I did not take the Celtics because Zach Kaplan said don't. And that was great advice. I
wouldn't take the Celtics tonight. They've been dominant, but tonight I wouldn't do it.
My dad said he enjoys you when you talk as Zach to Zach.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Especially when he goes, yeah.
Cavs all over the Celtics last night, 118-94, and the Mavericks picking up a win over the Thunder. So both of those series tied at 1 apiece. Coming up tonight, Knicks Pacers and Nuggets Timberwolves. I am very interested to see what happens in Minnesota tonight.
I feel like, and going back to the Cavs, I feel like Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys that as long as you have him on your team, you have a chance to be victorious. And that happened last night.
I and hundreds of others were way off. I thought that was going to be a breeze series. And you know what? I still think it can be. I think the Celtics win the rest of these games.
And Allen, too, down low is a huge part of that, the success that the Cavs have been able to have. And, very excited to see if the Celtics can bounce back. So.
All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back. When we return, our old pal Corey Gloor will join us as we get ready for East Carolina and Tulane. We'll talk to Corey, Pirate Baseball on the road this weekend, and that will be the topic when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
It's here, Pirate Nation. The Holton Ahlers Show is now available every week right here on Pirate Radio. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube to watch the show, or find the Holton Ahlers Show on the Pirate Radio podcast channel to download and listen. Stories, big name guests, what I'm up to that week, plus plenty of laughs and opinions with my best friends known as the Walk-Ons. Subscribe today to watch and listen to the Holton Ahlers Show right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
There's local politics, bud.
80s rock band 38 Special with special guest The Cove are coming to Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern Carolina's best entertainment venue, on June 14th. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills Theater offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. With comfortable seating throughout the venue, there isn't a bad seat in the house. Join Weldon Mills Theater for a memorable event where you can relax and make lasting memories. Get your tickets to see 38 Special with with special guest The Cove June 14th at WeldonMillsTheater.com.
This is your What's New update brought to you by the new Greenville Auto World. What's new? The new Greenville Auto World has new owners, a state-of-the-art service repair facility that can help you with tires, state inspection, AC repair, and more. Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle and offers great monthly oil change specials. What's new? You making a service appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World, Highway 43 across from the Speedway of Bells Fork. Pirates supporting pirates.
When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. This is Jay from Villa Verde, inviting you to come by and try one of our amazing empanadas. Our famous red snappers, grouper bites, seafood paella, Cuban sandwiches, and much, much more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or a cold beer while enjoying one of our out-of-this-world desserts, like our rum pineapple cake or our famous tres leches. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good, and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
Hi, I'm Bobby Robinson with Aces for Autism. My husband Kyle and I formed a nonprofit in 2014 after individuals gathered together for a fundraiser for our son Samuel. Aces for Autism is a nonprofit ministry to serve individuals and families impacted by autism. Each week, Aces for Autism now provides an average of over 980 hours of direct service to children with autism. One person, donation, or action has the power to make a big difference. Visit acesforautismnc.com.
Hi, this is Christy Conway with ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate here in Greenville. We are growing and seeking buyers agents and experienced listing agents for our growing team. We are one of the most successful, hardworking, and knowledgeable real estate teams in the Greenville area, selling over $100 million in the past 2 years. We are looking for more real estate professionals who are hardworking and have a passion to help individuals with their real estate goals. Please visit encpiraterealty.com/new agent. Go Pirates!
I'm back, and so glad to be back in the town that I love, but also glad to be back with the best chiropractor anywhere. Worth Chiropractic was my choice before I left Greenville, and my travels have not changed my mind. No one offers the care or service like Worth Chiropractic. Neck pain, back pain, and of course, sports-related injuries, they will get you back to being you, naturally and safely. Worth Chiropractic, 2 convenient locations on Arlington Boulevard. Free consultations, and they'll work with your lawyer and file your insurance. Call 1-800-BACK-DOC today.
Fitness, fellowship, and faith is F3 and is changing lives of men right here in your community. Just listen.
Lee Howell, 58, Charlie Brown. F3 has been a life changer for me. I've met a lot of people that otherwise I wouldn't have met. I've lost weight. I got more friends than I ever had. I've been able to participate with people when they've gotten married, when they've had death in their family, when they've had sickness. It's just all around been really good for me.
F3ENC.com. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started if you want to be great.
Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Like a cold beer on a hot summer day. Nice. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Vacation spots are right here in our very own backyard. You can take a trip to a state park and enjoy traditional camping, RV space, and also air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi. If you're by a lake, be sure to check out the opportunities to rent a canoe or kayak and get out on the water. Your next adventure is right around the corner. For more information, please visit ncparks.gov. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, with some breaking news from Adam Schefter. Zay Jones is signing with this NFC team that has been to one Super Bowl since 2000 and lost that Super Bowl. Chandler, what NFC team's been to one Super Bowl since 2000 and lost in that Super Bowl? I know your brain has been working in overdrive today at that escape room, so you might not have. You look tired.
The Chicago Bears.
That is a great guess, but that is incorrect. Let's go a little further west. Let's go to the west.
Let's go west. Let's go Mets.
Hey, take the Mets.
Let's go Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
According to Adam Schefter, former Jaguars wide receiver Zay Jones is signing with the Arizona Cardinals. So there you go. Did not take Zay a long time to find a home. What are the Cardinals? We'll talk about it. Not the actual bird.
It's a bird.
Yeah, not that. Just are they?
It's actually the state bird.
They still got Kyler Murray. Like, are they a factor at all? I don't know. We'll talk about it with Tony Dunn later. But right now, we have to go out to the Pirate Radio Live line and talk to Gloor. Corey Gloor, our old buddy, my long-lost friend, Corey Gloor, joining us today. Corey, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. I don't really think I'm lost. You know where I am. I'm long ways away.
Our long ways away friend. And I don't even, can you be friends with someone if they live 5 states away?
I think that it's got to be a two-way street, and I consider myself, I consider you my friend, Flip. So if the feeling's not mutual, then I think we need to talk about this a little bit more.
All right, let's have this conversation, and by the end of it, we'll decide on whether or not we're still friends. Corey, looking forward to some Pirate baseball and some Green Wave baseball coming up tonight and this weekend. And Tulane coming into this contest 26-23 overall. They are 10-11 in conference play. So, Corey, could you, in a minute or two, give us a summation of Tulane baseball and why the record is what it is?
I can do my best in a minute or two. It was a very particularly offensively, and that allowed the Wave to win 3 straight series in league. They averaged about 9 runs a game in the month, and then since the calendar's turned to May, that has slid quite a bit. They're only averaging about 4 a game, and they're not really hitting the ball. That's why they've lost 3 in a row, and so that is why the record, which was sitting pretty nice not too long ago, has taken a little bit of a dip south. The pitching has been just enough to get by here. They got 2 pitchers, the front of the rotation, that they trust to get deep into games, and they have some pretty good relievers in the back end. It's not a very deep pitching staff right now, but it's been able to get the job done by and large on weekends. I think the offense has become a little bit confounding for Jay Ullman right now after the last couple of games out and not being able to hit Memphis this past weekend and struggling Tuesday night. This is not the team you want to see when you're struggling to hit the ball this weekend, but these two have had a knack of having some pretty intense contests over the years, and so we'll see if this kind of relights the fire here with 6 games left.
Corey Gloor joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Corey, the years fly by, so remind me, were you around calling Trey Savage as a young reliever or Carter Cunningham as a young reserve? You'll see the 2 Pirate stars tonight. Were you here when they were just kind of getting here and cutting their chops here at ECU?
I was not. They started the year I started here.
Okay.
I was out I swung by practice last night, and I realized there's still enough players that from my day on this team that I can count on 2 hands with, which is I didn't think was actually going to be the case. But old man Danny Beal still running around here, and I feel like he started when I started. And so I was able to swing down and say hi to some folks. But Trey and Carter arrived the year after I came down this way.
10-4. You'll get your first look this year at Trey Savage. I was watching a Major League Baseball game on at AJ's the other night. They put up the top 10 prospects for the Major League Baseball draft, and Trey was number 9 on that list, and he has been dominant on Friday nights. I guess the question for the Pirates right now, Corey, is will you see the young lefty Zach Root on Saturday, and will Wyatt Lunsford-Shinkman be back throwing for the Pirates? Those guys have been off a couple of weekends, so for the ECU perspective, some questions in the pitching right now as far as health goes. The bats have been really solid until the last couple of games. The last game of the series against South Florida, and then expected more runs against Duke the other night. So I think the Pirate bats should be okay this weekend. But I think from our perspective, Corey, you're going to see a pretty darn good baseball team this weekend wearing the Pirate jerseys.
As I've watched from afar over the season, just kind of kept tabs on what's going on with not just the ECU, but the league, that this has struck me as maybe the most complete team that Cliff has had in his time there in Greenville. It's hard to find a weakness, and I think the one thing maybe you could find is not a ton of arms in the pitching staff, that the depth isn't crazy deep, but those that are out there are exceptional. And so, but there's really not many holes you can pick in this team. And so this is a team built for Omaha. There's no two ways around it. And you've got one of the very best pitchers in the nation starting off rotations. From everything that we've heard on this end, we're expecting to see both Root and Lunsford Shankman at some point this weekend. It might not be for long, but we're expecting both of them to be in play this weekend. That's everything that our coaching staff has kind of relayed to me. And so we're expecting maybe not a full strength ECU team, because you still have some guys that are nursing some things, but we're expecting the quantity of pitchers to be at its full throat outside of Hunter for the weekend here. And so I think we're coming off of losing 2 in a row, and we're coming off of losing 3 in a row. I think we know that ECU will have maybe a little bit of an extra fire to them after the last couple of games, and there are enough guys on that team that remember Clearwater last year that I'm sure will be sticking in the back of some minds as well. And so I think we are planning on seeing ECU and maybe their angriest this weekend.
Yeah, I guess Tulane just going to kind of go through the motions during the regular season and win the conference tournament the easy way, Corey, like you did last year. Maybe that's on the agenda again. Looking at the Tulane bats, Corey, third leading hitter average wise, third most hits on the team, tied for the third most RBIs. A familiar name, Connor Rasmussen. So how's the former Pirate doing out there?
He's fit in seamlessly here, and he's been the everyday second baseman from opening night to now. And I think what he has provided, I think defensively has jumped out even more so than offensively. I think one of the biggest reasons why he was so appealing to the staff here was that he did spend a year in learning that offensive system in Greenville. And there are you'll see some flickers of it as the weekend goes. The lefty hitter that is very common in the ECU lineup, you'll see flashes of that type of swing from Connor throughout the course of this weekend. But he is, he's become a very strong line drive barrel hitter, and his glove has been terrific at second base. And so he has turned into a guy that they were hoping to get some good things out of, to really one of the leaders of this club. And so that's been great to see. I know he's been excited for this weekend to arrive here. This will be a weird weekend for him. There's no two ways around it. But I know he's been chomping at the bit to see this group again. He's still very good friends with a lot of these guys. He tells me all the time that he still talks to many guys after games. And so I know he's been looking forward to this as well. And hopefully he can kind of help spearhead a return to what we've seen from the Wave offense the last couple of weeks that seems to have gone away here over the last couple of games.
We talked to the aforementioned Danny Beal earlier this week, Corey, and he said that he talks with Connor quite a bit. He also mentioned he likes Tulane Stadium. He likes the ballpark down there. So with the record what it is, will there be any kind of atmosphere at the ballpark this weekend on the Tulane side?
For especially coming off the heels of last year, we've drawn pretty well. We're averaging around the 1,500 to 2,000 mark for our stadium, and it's been pretty consistent throughout the year. I mean, the weather should be really good for the weekend. That we should have had a cold front move through overnight to kind of knock the temperature down. That didn't really materialize, so we'll be really humid tonight for game one here, but we're used to that here in this city. So with this being the last home games of the year with number 6 team in the nation, and listen, I mean, with how weird this conference is in pretty much every sport, with how spread out everything is, with nothing really that exists now in terms of the regional element of it, this might be the best rivalry in baseball in this league. And so I think our fans know that. And so I would expect them to certainly be at the same barometer of attendance as what we had throughout the course of the year, if not hopefully a little bit more with this being the final weekend of the season here in this park. And yeah, I caught up with Danny a little bit last night as well, and I commended him on his radio chops, which you somehow grew out of him last year. But no, Connor has kept me up to date on Danny's doings throughout the course of the year as well. So I know those two have been tight for a while.
Yeah, DB is the man, and on and off the field, big fans of Danny Bill around these parts. Corey Gloor joining us. Corey, a couple other things before we let you go today. I've said this, like in sports growing up, I just always assume in my head the Lions are going to stink, the Browns are going to stink, my Commanders are going to stink. The Yankees will always be good. Like, there's just certain things that are ingrained in your sports brain. One of those things is the Bears will always be boring. But with what they have on paper right now, they actually have potential to be very exciting. So are you buying into the hype, Corey, with the new QB, the new young receiver, the new old receiver? Are you getting excited about Chicago Bears football?
I'm excited at the fact that they have done a lot of things right to structure a roster here. That has long been an issue with the Bears. And so the fact that, I mean, they had, frankly, 2 layups in the first round of the draft, and they completed them with ease. I mean, it was going to be Williams and Odunze there in the first 9 picks. And so the fact that they didn't get cute and over their skis and change things up, they picked the guys that they were honing in on the entire time. They didn't get it weird with anything. And what they've done in the off season, and bringing in a Keenan Allen, bringing in a DeAndre Swift, this is a well-made roster right now. Whether it translates into on-field success this year in a challenging division, I don't know, but it is good to see the Chicago Bears do things that make sense, because that has not always been the case with them.
Corey Gloor joining us. Corey, can we get a quick scouting report on the Tulane arm we'll see this Friday evening facing off with Trey Savage?
Yep, his name is Luke Flatta, lefty, JUCO transfer, who originally was at Oklahoma and then last year in JUCO ball. He's not going to be anything wildly flashy in terms of his stuff. He'll sit in the upper 80s of the fastball. He's got a changeup and a slider to back it up here, and he is a premier strike thrower. He will give up hits because of that, but he rarely gets himself into trouble with free passes. And so, with the predominant lefty lineup that ECU will be throwing out here, and I know that they hit everybody well, including left-handed pitching, but it's going to be a lot of lefty here, and a lot of it's in the zone. Do with it what you want, that sort of thing. And so, yeah, he's going to give up contact. That is his deal. It's whether or not the contact is well hit. And so that will be the barometer of success for Luke over the course of the night here tonight. If it's barreled, it's a human night here tonight. And so, the ball could fly a little bit. This time of year, the ball tends to carry. And so he could get in trouble that regard here. But if he's able to get, a little bit of, sink on that fastball, that slider peeling away from lefties, and some off the end of the bat contact or some handle contact and lean on his infield defense, then he's going to have a good night. And so, what the key will be here is if Savage does what he, has been doing, Luke is very good at not letting things phase him and not letting things snowball. So if he needs to try and keep a game scoreless into the 5th, into the 6th, that's not really a concern with him, because he's very good at staying level-headed.
All right, runs could be at a premium tonight. Corey, always love when the Pirates and Green Wave get together, because that means you get to come on these airwaves, and if you'll have me, I would love to continue being your friend.
That's what I was looking for. You know what, Clip? Your friendship is warranted. Appreciate it.
Bang! And kind of random here, but if you see a guy named Sam this weekend from Greenville, North Carolina, tell him I said hello.
Okay, if Sam from Greenville, North Carolina?
Yes.
Okay, if I see a Sam, I'll say Clip says hi.
There you go. Thank you. All right.
I believe that will probably be returned.
Corey, thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you again down the road. Have a good call this weekend.
Thank you, kids.
Just great to hear his voice. I'm a Corey fan. I used to be a Corey stan.
I'm a fan.
Are you a fan? You haven't done your Corey Gloor.
By the way, ECU Skip Bayless is no longer ECU Skip Bayless.
He is now Jonathan.
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 Thank you.
The 1-0.
the one out.
Great to hear Corey's voice. Our buddy Sam's down there with him. Did you know that?
Is he cute?
He is.
That is the Sam line.
Sam is cute. All right, we'll take a break, come back. Pirates looking to get off the schneid. One of my favorite sports phrases, get off the schneid. Can the Pirates do it?
Get off the schneid.
Can East Carolina do it?
East Carolina.
Pirates and Greenway this weekend. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 1. Hour 2, we'll hear from Tony Dunn and Brian North. Hour 3, Morgan Ahlers and Houston McCullough. Got all that on the way. Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
Hey guys, Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram here in Washington, North Carolina. You guys ready for summer? Because we are with the hot deals that we got going on right now. We have over $10,000 off 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorns. That's right, folks. Over $10,000 off these trucks. We have a huge selection of Ram trucks, and we need to make these deals happen. And remember, drive a little, save a lot. Check us out at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com.
We're here for the booty.
Party! Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find Pirate Water in a location near you. We're going plankton! Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
This is Dr. Josiah Duke from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's that time for a joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services as well as walk-in urgent care on weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
There's a special deal at US Cellular where you can get unlimited data for just $30 a line. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
And right now, you can even get 4 free phones.
4 free phones.
US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Your first stop for shopping is at Shimmer Boutique. This is Ashley from Shimmer. We are fully stocked with the latest apparel, shoes, and accessories and more. If you need gift ideas or some shopping therapy for yourself, stop by today. Looking for the hottest shoes on the market? Shimmer has the biggest selection of Hey Dudes anywhere. Shimmer has the newest Yeti products and colors. Want this year's most popular bag? Shimmer has a great selection of all your bog bag needs and accessories. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, and Jacksonville.
Hey, O's families! Oriole Park at Camden Yards is the perfect Sunday fun day for families with Kids Run the Bases presented by Wise Markets. After cheering on the O's together, stay postgame when all fans ages 4 to 14 are invited to come down to the field and run the bases like the pros. Plus, check out other kids' perks around the park like Kids Corner and Kids Merch. Make it a day at Camden Yards for the whole family. Learn more and buy your tickets today at Orioles.com/kids.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for $11.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, you missed.
Jeff Palumbo, associate head coach. Everybody 1 through 9 is required to understand, we need you to move runners sometimes, and sometimes we need you to drive them in, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, and right, it's hard to predict when those scenarios are going to play out, right? So to have those guys up and down the lineup that can execute, have guys at the bench that can come in and execute if the situation calls for it, and, I think it just puts a whole lot of pressure on the other team. So having that versatility up and down the lineup makes a huge difference.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio.
Mr. Gibbs, Captain, you may throw my hat if you like. Aye, aye, Captain. I'll go and get it.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. University Sportswear, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Had some rain here in Greenville. Looks like things got wacky in Winterville. Just got some texts from Judy and Lily showing me pictures of hail. And then I saw a video that Jungle Jared put out. Looked like a dang hurricane going on out there. Look at this video, Sean. That's coming in sideways.
Wow.
Hail coming in sideways, about to blow trees over.
What the hell?
I mean, that's a nice little storm. The good news is I think it goes through pretty quick. So
That did not happen here, I feel like.
no, we missed out on that. That was more, I think, look at that hail. That's crazy. Winterville, Ayden, a little south of us. If you know your North Carolina geography. Did you know at one point, you want to know a Clip Rock fun fact?
Sure.
At one point, Chandler, I could identify all 100 counties in North Carolina.
I think I knew that. I think you've told me that before.
I brag about that all the time, constantly. Hey, I'm Clip. I used to know all the counties.
Oh, you're that guy?
I took North Carolina geography as an elective at East Carolina.
East Carolina.
And that is some of the, how some information you keep forever and some goes in for about a week or two and then goes out. That went way out.
All right. I was going to say, can you still name them?
Negative. I probably couldn't name 10.
Do you know what town? Like if I named a town, can you tell me the county?
Let's play.
Whiteville.
Samson.
No. Fayetteville.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing great, buddy. Greenville.
Lumberton County.
That would be Cumberland County.
At one point I did.
Okay.
But as I said, I did not retain it.
At one point, I used to be able to do a backflip.
Really? Was it during a football game and then your teammates picked on you?
No.
Whiteville.
I lost the ability before then.
Whiteville.
Go ahead, Chandler.
Is Columbus County.
Christopher.
Horrible guy, I've heard.
The only Christopher we acknowledge is Wallace, was said in some rap song, but I don't remember which one it was. I think it was Jay-Z. All right. Well, I did not do well with my North Carolina geography pop quiz just then. My favorite thing is where guys went to school.
Where did this guy go to school? All right, name somebody.
I mean, I'm good at
name them
90s, 2000s, but are you good at current guys, Chandler?
Yeah, sure. Name one.
You want to go New York Knicks?
Oh gosh, basketball.
What sport do you want to do?
Like football.
I think basketball's the easiest.
All right, basketball. What's up?
Jalen Brunson.
He gives me Xavier vibes for some reason.
Villanova.
Villanova's correct.
Yes.
All right, Dante DiVincenzo.
I have no idea.
Didn't he also go to Villanova?
He did. Villanova. All right, Josh Hart.
Villanova.
That is correct. Julius Randle.
Kentucky.
Let's go with Shake Milton.
Shake Milton. I remember him. Marquette? No. Shake Milton.
Mm-hmm.
Where was he?
We saw him play live.
Where was he shaking at? Oh, did we?
Oh, we did.
Oh, UConn? You South Florida.
Memphis.
Smooth.
SMU.
Smooth.
SMU.
Alec Burks. Do you remember him? I feel like he was like a high draft pick and just never really did much.
Michigan?
No, he went to Colorado.
Oh.
Colorado.
Woo! What's Colorado's record going to be in football this year?
5-7.
Did we have any win totals out for college football yet?
I have no idea.
College football win totals. I saw people freaking out about the cover of college football.
What is it?
EA Sports College Football.
I was people.
You were freaking out?
I was people, yes.
You got excited?
Yes.
So it's Quinn. Wait. Quinn Ewers isn't even in the game, is he?
No, that's Arch Manning that said he didn't want to be in the game. Which makes Arch Manning even more stupid.
Okay, all right. And then you've got
it's the Edwards from Michigan. I can't remember his first name, which is odd because I don't believe he wasn't the starting running back, which is odd. So,
I didn't even know who that was.
Yeah. I think they just wanted to include a guy who was on the team this year and played for the national champions.
And then the other guy was Travis Hunter.
Yes.
Who was on the cover. And then they had a bunch of other players. Were they real players, I guess, too, with names?
I'm not sure.
But it is this is the first time we've ever seen current players on the cover.
Yes.
With their jerseys and names. So it is interesting. Let me see if I can find Colorado's win total. So they won 4 last year. Is that right?
Did they win 4?
Yeah. And they won them early. Ooh. 5.5.
Under.
I'm
saying 5-7.
I mean, it would be dumb to say, does he need to win 6 games to keep a job? Like, he's done a lot for that program off the field. Who do they play? I mean, honestly, their first game, we talked about it a little bit with HUD yesterday, North Dakota State.
That's not a guarantee.
He said that's not how you want to open up a season. Then they got Nebraska. Matt Rule Bowl. Rule's going to beat them this year.
Yeah.
At Colorado
At
State.
the end of the day.
I'm excited for that one. Remember how good that game was last year?
It was.
Colorado State? Was that like the 4 overtime?
Yes.
I was up in Boone.
I was in Boone.
Being in tune, watching that game in my hotel room.
In
my hotel room, being in tune and Boone.
Then they got the Baylor Bears.
Hell.
So right now, what do you got them at? Maybe 2-2?
Maybe 2-2.
At UCF.
That's weird.
I think they win.
That's a weird matchup.
I don't know because that
game.
place is going to be bouncing.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Is it really bouncy in there?
I've never played there.
Oh, you haven't?
He refused. The team went, and Alex said, I'm not going. Screw that place. Have we asked you what's your favorite road venue you've played in? Not named the Big House.
I think you said
Provo, Utah.
Oh, yeah.
By far. Great place.
They've also got K-State, my Arizona Wildcats, although that is subject to change. I like to pick a new team every year. Last year I loved Arizona. Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Utah, Kansas, Oklahoma State. They got a lot of winnable games there. Is the Big 12 that good?
Is Kansas going to get
God, that's a weird matchup, Chon. They go at UCF, 2 weeks later at Arizona, both conference games. This is stupid. It's like, wait, why are they playing Arizona?
Is Kansas going to get off to a hot start like they did last year?
Oh, yeah, they were good, and they were good.
They played Texas.
Until they lost their QB.
And I was like, man, Kansas might have them here.
Yeah.
Not so fast, my friend.
Lost their quarterback. All right. Alex says, what schools did they go to and college stadiums for me? Maybe let's do a little college stadiums later in the show.
Just name a stadium?
I'll name a stadium, you name the school.
All right.
Or vice versa. Let's take a break. We will return. Jerry can name most of the counties from the Raleigh-Durham region to the coast.
Liar. Just kidding, Jerry. I believe you. You look like a guy that would know it.
Steve says, Clip, would you do well in the office trivia? I would do better than the average American, but less than the big-time Office
What
fan.
about Seinfeld?
Yeah, I would do pretty good in Seinfeld trivia. If I had to pick a TV show, I did Saved by the Bell. I thought I did pretty well in that, but Seinfeld would be up there. Lost. The Office.
Was the ending to Lost as bad as what pop culture says?
There was no good way to do it. It really lost its way.
Huh.
The first 3 seasons, like, I will swear, I just swear by it. Like, it was so great.
That and Game of Thrones are 2 shows that I have been interested in, but I heard the endings are so bad that I just don't even bother with it.
I think they are both very worth the watch.
Okay.
First of all, there's so many. I would love to watch Lost with you guys for the first time. I said that with Chandler.
Sure.
Maybe start knocking episodes out while y'all are here.
Maybe
not. How about no?
How about no?
Tony Dunn joins us hour 2, as well as Brian North. Got that on the way on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number 1 in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arrgh!
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Wings Over has always been a great go-to for dinner or a late-night snack, and it still is. But did you know you don't have to wait for dinner to get Wings Over? That's right. Wings Over Greenville is now open for lunch 7 days a week. Get Wings Over for lunch and have it delivered right to the office. Wings Over also caters so everyone at work can enjoy. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 flavors to choose from, including the limited edition Cajun garlic flavor. Order today by going online at wingsover.com or by calling 758-9464. Wings Over, they deliver.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville is under new management with over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Come on down and purchase the vehicle of your dreams today at Doug Henry of Greenville. Right on the corner, right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville. Go Pirates!
The Holton Ahlers Show.
Julius Wood, now Dallas Cowboys. What made you choose the Cowboys?
Really, I feel like it was obviously the situation and the roster aspect. That was the most important, going down there to be able to compete first and foremost, and then the money and things like that. Every team was offering money, so really it came down to where do you feel like is the best fit.
The Holton Ahlers Show, powered by SouthernEase.com. Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. You can stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. You can join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Sean is not to my left. Sean is to my right.
Correct.
Where's Alex?
He is indisposed at the moment.
I remember. He didn't leave. He's still here.
No, he's just kind of busy right now.
He'll be back. Chandler, I did not know what to think about the Charles Lee hire, other than I've never heard of him, and like all Hornets coaches, he'll probably fail, unfortunately, as Chandler eats his lunch. Love the hire they made today. Did you see it? We got a new assistant coach. His name is Lamar Skeeter. Coach Skeeter.
Coach Skeeter.
Love this guy.
I about shortened it up. I decided not to.
But they call him L Skeet. Lamar Skeeter is the new assistant coach for the Hornets. I think he should be the head coach. He comes
Lamar Skeeter,
assistant coach Lamar Skeeter. How's Big Pat? You said you were gonna get him on the show. How's that going?
He's doing great, man.
You gonna get him on the show?
Sure.
It's been 3 years in the making, so it's gonna be huge when you finally get him on. Tony Dunn got caught in some crazy weather apparently, but he just walked in. We'll get a weather report from Tony Dunn as we've got some good old Eastern North Carolina spring storm stuff going on.
Hey, Clip, I got some additional information regarding Zay Jones's signing with the Arizona Cardinals.
If you missed it in hour 1, Adam Schefter and others reporting Zay Jones signing with the Cardinals. What else you got?
It looks like Ian Rappaport is reporting that it's a 1-year deal worth up to $4.25 million.
Zay, at this point in his career, is probably going to get the 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Just a matter of how long he stays healthy and productive. He can do it another 4 or 5 years. That'd be great. Tony Dunn joins us. Hello, Tony.
Hey, Clip.
I saw my team, my quarterback.
Your quarterback.
In the news, a couple of news items.
Hit me up.
One, not really cool. He's got a new number. Our best player has given him our jersey number. Our best player was our punter, Tressway, who was number 5. He has now probably sold that number to the young quarterback.
Man, you got to make a nominal donation at least. Just something to tip of the cap for the number.
And the other one was, and I knew this would happen when I read this yesterday. I don't think I talked about it on the show. Did you see that Jaden Daniels and his college teammate, what's the Neighbors receiver that went to the Giants?
Okay.
They made a bet for Rookie of the Year, and both confirmed that it was a $10,000 bet. And I was like, hey guys,
what a dummy!
You know y'all can't do that, right?
Oh, they can't
bet $10,000 on something
to each other.
No, they can, but you can't talk about. I guess.
I mean, is that really like official gambling? If you're like a wager between two buddies, like
that is a good point. Like if you and I were to just
say, hey, we're
bet
gonna,
each other a massive amount of money.
Yeah,
right
like
now.
I bet you my truck that it's gonna rain today.
Would we get arrested?
But I mean, is it a violation of the NFL rules? Is really just the question we're asking here.
Tis is, and
it is.
Yes.
Oh,
so it was
dang.
announced yesterday, and then today
suspended 4 games for gambling.
Wouldn't that be terrible for attempting to gamble? This is on Pro Football Talk. LSU teammates Malik Neighbors and Jaden Daniels made a $10,000 bet on which one will be Rookie of the Year. After they learned more about the NFL's gambling policies, they've called off the bet. So, yeah. How about just keep this under wraps? If you want to do it, just don't tell everybody.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of stinks. Like, what if they would have placed the bet before they were drafted? It's like, do. I mean, because
can college football players bet on the NFL? I don't think they're college athletes.
But you're actually out of the NFL. You're in between.
You're in the, what's it called? Not Nirvana, but...
Oh, well, purgatory?
Purgatory. You're in football purgatory. You can bet all you want.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't violated the NFL rules yet because you're not in the NFL.
Yeah.
What if you were a kid and you said what if Clip, when we were kids, we were like, hey, I bet you $10,000 that I will be in the NFL and you won't. Would we like...
Well, first of all,
if we got to the NFL, would we be violating... the NFL rules?
And if you tried to collect that money today, I could still be like, well, Tony, I'm still alive. I could still make it. So I would go to my grave saying I could still make it to the NFL. I guess I have to leave it in my will. You get $10,000 if I don't make it.
Or you could just skimp on the bet. Sounds like it. Sounds like you're dying on the bet.
What do you think about Zay Jones to the Cardinals? Talked about this earlier. What are the Cardinals? Where do they fit in? So that West has the Niners, who are good, the Rams, who are surprisingly good, and
okay, I'm sorry.
I'm just going through them. Like Seattle's kind of rebuilding a little bit.
Yeah, I've heard things that they're not happy with Geno Smith right now, and that who did they brought in a quarterback? They were like, they brought in
Sam Howell, didn't they?
Yeah, Sam Howell. Yeah. Speaking of your former quarterback, I wonder if the Cardinals are just one of those teams that we're going to forget about at this point and just believe that they're bad, and they'll be kind of one of those surprise, better than you expected teams.
Like the Rams last year.
Yeah, Kyler Murray, healthy. I mean, like Matt
they drafted Harrison, so they've got a guy that is ready to play from day one.
Yeah.
Kind of comes down to Kyler Murray. And
I felt like they were feisty as a team under that Rich Gannon guy, whoever. Is it
Jonathan Gannon?
Jonathan Gannon?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Don't trust either of those names.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Why were we talking about that guy? Did he do something
he
silly?
said something like, I want killers and murder or something, and then they actually went and did it.
Yeah, I don't have many high hopes for the Cardinals. They seem kind of stuck right now.
I mean, Zay's a perfect type of receiver for that team. It's like they've always got like 6 speed guys that only get 1 catch a game.
They got Dortch. I remember him at receiver. Hey, John.
Do they have Rondell Moore still?
Yes, I would assume they do, unless he went somewhere this offseason. All right, any Panthers news and notes? What do we got? Rookie first?
Seeing Xavier Legette for the first time in action with some practice uniforms and a helmet on, and I've already seen some videos of him going up and grabbing some balls. So
we are watching football players do football things,
stretching
on football fields with no contact and nobody around them.
Rookie mini camp season.
According to Dave Canales, he said it is crazy and unbelievable how Xavier Legette can move 225 pounds like he can.
We talked about this, Tony, that the Panthers have had, and it kind of surprised me, I had to look at it, good rookie receiving seasons. Their problem has been after the rookie year. For guys like Benjamin. And did you say Funchess had a good year?
Yeah.
DJ Moore was pretty consistent, I would say.
We could also say somebody that we're not allowed to say his name anymore. Basically, he had a good rookie season until he...
Ray Cruz?
Yeah.
Well, going back for that one.
You know, I'm trying to think, are there any others that we've...
But then you've had...
DJ
I bet
Moore?
we could name guys...
Maybe DJ Moore had a decent rookie year?
Yeah, he started off, 3-4 straight years with 1,000 yards?
Okay, well then, pretty good rookie year.
Dwayne Jarrett? No.
Not so much.
Are there others on that list, Tony? Receiver bust?
I would love to see Steve Smith, Dwayne Jarrett, and Xavier Legette in a huddle together and just see how Steve Smith's head explodes as they all try to talk.
What are y'all saying? Chandler likes old country boy.
Oh, it's fun.
They asked I like the question, what are you going to do with your first paycheck and stuff? And he said, I don't know, man. I'm just going to remodel my mom and dad's house, man. That's what I want to do.
He's an old country boy, man.
He's going to remodel their... Actually, somebody's going to live there. Didn't they pass away?
They did pass away, but he's going to remodel it.
So. I've never seen him play. What are his skills?
Yes, you have. He's played ECU.
Well, I don't remember him. He didn't stand out to me.
His skills are football thing. No, he runs a 4.39, I think. I mean, he's a 4.4, low 4.4 kind of number. He's 6'1". He's 225 pounds, 220 pounds. You know, big. He's kind of a big, sturdy guy. But he also... Do you remember he had a kickoff return for a touchdown against Texas A&M off the very first play, 101 yards, like run after the catch, tough to bring down, strong hands, goes after the ball. You know, the thing that you like about him is he plays kind of like a basketball player. He's going up for the ball rather than wait for it to come to him. So other than that, it's just another football player. We're waiting to see if he works.
He also reached 22 points. I can't remember the decimal, but he reached the top speed last year, and I think it was the fastest out of anybody in the NFL last year.
So he did basically. Who was our running back?
Keith Mitchell.
Yeah. He pulled a Keith Mitchell.
Keith Mitchell weighs probably 185.
Yeah.
He weighs 215 or 225.
Speaking of running backs, are you expecting Brooks, the rookie, to be the ball carrier day one?
Well, I think the real question would just be, will he be on the PUP list to start, right? So if he's active, and he doesn't have, if they're not trying to take advantage of that. What do they get, a 4-game window to start the season where you can, the PUP list they're able to kind of hide and protect players a little bit in the beginning part of the season before putting them on IR or something to that effect. So if he's ready to go, I can see a world where he's running back number one, nobody else has been great. It just depends on how they feel about him in pass protection and, things like this. But Dave Canales, and like Chandler has pointed out in the past, he's been adamant or vocal that he doesn't have any attachment to any of these players that were on this team before him. So Chuba Hubbard, he's
still there.
Yeah,
he's been there a while.
Matt Rule's wife doesn't influence this team anymore.
Yeah. What did you think about the addition of Rashawn Penny?
I think that, one, it shows you the kind of internal nepotism that we always talk about with the NFL because he played with Canales in Seattle, right? So there's a familiarity with that. Penny has been very good in the NFL when he's been available.
I know. He's almost, because I was just about to say he's a Jag, but he's on the same page as Miles Sanders to me, and everybody was super jacked up about Miles Sanders.
He reminds me, who's the guy that Seattle has now at running back? I've had him on my fantasy team. I should remember him, and he's really good. He's always
second year.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name.
Ankle, has an ankle here or something there.
Kenneth Walker.
Yes. Kind of that, to me, that player is, and not the same. I'm not saying the same skill set. It's when they're available, they're doing good things. I like Penny fitting into the running back room, and a lot of people said I'm not excited, but I see the logic behind it. Look, we've got 3 small backs, basically. You got Miles Sanders, you got Chuba Hubbard, he's 6'1", and he's kind of long. He's not so maybe Penny can be sort of a power back in a way, short yardage. But a lot of people like to point out that he can, once he gets to the second level, he has some home run ability. So, man, it's a good kind of player. I don't think he played at all with the Eagles last year. Maybe was in 3 games, but didn't even play.
I wonder what the sales pitch is for the Panthers this year. Because Tony, you're in the camp of, all right, this is your evaluate Bryce Young year. You said it pretty well that what he did last year was kind of based on what was around him, which wasn't much. This year, it's got to be about him at some point. So,
and I mean, they've invested. The plan has been clear from the beginning. And that's why I've been happy with Dan Morgan, is at least you got a plan at least, and you stuck to it. You went out and added to the offensive line. You then traded for Deontay Johnson. We had no weapons, or a lot of people kept saying, we need receivers. You go and get Deontay Johnson. Then you go and draft Leggett. I mean, you did as much as you could without just going and paying for a T. Higgins or something like that to actually give this offense some juice. The question just is how will this defense be able to contend? And I think just Panther fans, is just anything that's been better than last year, the last whatever, is good. I feel like we could go and coach that team better than it's been over the last couple of years. And so, I think the low expectations, our floor is low and our ceiling is low. And
you're not fitting in that room.
And nobody cares. And we understand it.
Yeah. Shout out Jamie. You're wrong on a lot of things. You were not wrong about Frank Reich. He sucked.
Gosh.
I was surprised. I thought he'd be better.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
What's he doing now? Is he an offensive coach?
He is collecting $34 million. Or 54, one of the two.
How about Matt Rule? Is he getting paid?
He's still getting paid by by us, by Nebraska still.
Temple, Baylor. Frank Reich is, according to his Wikipedia, not doing anything. So I don't know what he's up to.
He's retiring. Good for him.
He's been fired twice in 2 years, though. That's a tough Wikipedia page. Just to see those fireds back to back like that.
Well, you're fired too before you didn't even finish a full season.
Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's in the category of where they finished. Fired. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. We'll hit some other NFL news and notes with Tony Dunn when we return after this.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Did you know that GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County? GUC's average residential electric bill using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville is under new management with over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Come on down and purchase the vehicle of your dreams today at Doug Henry of Greenville. Right on the corner, right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville. Go Pirates!
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green and MLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
Looking for physical therapy near you? Have you had orthopedic surgery, a work or sports injury, or a medical condition that has limited your day-to-day activities? At ENC Physical Therapy, we strive to provide one-on-one care with a personalized treatment plan with little to no wait times for initial evaluation. ENC Physical Therapy is located in Washington, a convenient 20-minute drive from Greenville. As a patient, you have options and the right to choose where to go. So give ENC Physical Therapy a call today at 252-495-0018. ENC Physical Therapy.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was super easy to work with when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Are you tired of the same old fast food routine? Shake things up for lunch and dinner at Clean Eats Cafe. We've cracked the code to make healthy dining tasty and affordable. Whether it's a power lunch or a family dinner, we've got you covered. Sit down in our cafe for a brainstorming session or catch up with friends. Even stop in after a workout for protein smoothies or a protein iced coffee. Our atmosphere is welcoming and our food is fresh. All for about the same price as fast food. It's time to ditch the drive-thru and feast on flavor at Clean Eats Cafe, Red Banks Road in Arlington Village.
Hey, this is John Gordon, author of The Energy Bus, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. And Bud Light reminds pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live.
Friday TV talk.
Are you a Seinfeld guy? Were you a Seinfeld guy?
Well, I felt like I was a little young, and then I just wasn't watching TV as a teenager as much. I was just out fooling around. But I did get back into this, watch every episode.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculously good. And again, would make for a great podcast. I think I mentioned that to you in the past.
Jamie says Paul O'Neill makes $57 every time his episode of Seinfeld is played. That's
okay.
Cool.
What episode is he in?
So he is
because I'll just go press play for him one time. And
isn't he the hit the home runs for the sick kid?
Is that the one?
And he hits like an inside the Parker, but they call it a triple and an error. And Kramer and the kid argue over the autograph. Something. I think that's him because a lot of Yankees were in that. Bernie Williams and Jeter at one point's in there. George told the team to change to cotton jerseys, and they all like shrunk on the field or something. So,
yeah, it's a great show.
I still like my parents. Everything in light, like anything will happen, and we'll say that's like the time on Seinfeld where we just equate everything to.
I love, you could always the monologues are always good in there where he does his little stand-up bits, and it's fun. It's
you like old shows, Sean? You ever watch Seinfeld?
You should watch it.
Not Seinfeld. My dad was a big Seinfeld guy.
One day, maybe when you are in your 50s. you'll watch Seinfeld because you're still back in the 60s. You're still Andy Griffith right now.
Yeah.
So you got to work your way up to Happy Days.
Like 70 before you watch.
70s first.
He's got to watch Knight Rider.
Watch Game of Thrones in 2078.
Yeah. Tony Dunn here. You guys like quarterback battles? You like quarterback drama? Controversy?
Let's hear it.
Why not?
We got a big one going on in Las Vegas.
Gardner Minshew?
Aiden O'Connell gets first snap of quarterback battle with Gardner Minshew.
Yeah. He's this isn't a battle.
Why not?
Because Minshew's going to take it. It's just quick, easy work right here.
I hope so.
Minshew's good, man. I love
Minshew. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love the Antonio Pierce hire, though, with Las Vegas. Apparently, they flipped a coin for, like, one of their did you see that?
For their first round, if they were going to draft Bowers or somebody else.
Yeah. And they did a coin flip.
Well, that's what they asked, and he said he wouldn't address it, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, they didn't really do that, though.
That's what was reported. They asked Antonio Pierce about it. He said he wouldn't comment on it or something like that.
Did they get Brock Bowers?
Yeah.
God, I love that team. Minshew to Bowers is going to win some fantasy leagues.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
A coin flip, huh? How do we feel about that if that's how we're getting picked?
You know what? It's not surprising to me.
If you're like the Chiefs doing that, okay, fine. You'll win no matter who you got. If you're the Raiders, I don't know.
This goes back to my point is that we always think these people are so sophisticated and great at their jobs that they're flipping coins in the back.
And they draft a guy and freaking celebrate in the room like they just won the Super Bowl. We successfully picked the player.
We paper, rock, scissors for it.
Apparently, it was Terry and Arnold who was on a show. I can't remember which one it was.
Arnold.
And he
said, Arnold?
Yeah. And he said that they called him and that they said, hey, we did a coin flip and it landed on Bowers. But Antonio Pierce is saying that that's not true.
Yeah.
Maybe he was using it as a figure of speech.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the best way to break the news to somebody that you're not drafting them.
Pulled a Alex Harper and took it literally.
Or that you are drafted him. Like, we wanted you, but we also wanted another guy. You just happened to land on
Tails.
Heads or tails.
It turns out tails does fail.
All right, real quick, Alex.
Get in here.
Kane's
Let's talk
corner.
about this nonsense.
Kane's Corner.
I was kind of hoping this would go unnoticed. We could just
You're
have a
looking
nice
fresh
little Tony
with-
Dunn segment, talk about some NFL, and be excited for next season. But
You're looking pretty fresh with
Let's
all
get it
the
He's
jewels.
trying to compliment you, man.
oh, thank you, man.
The necklaces.
I appreciate
Pretty cool.
What are the significances?
Well, both the necklaces were gifts. That's what you're asking about, right?
Yeah. What's the ring and what's
the ring is my late grandfather's ring.
Awesome.
It has his birthstone in it, and the other one is a silver cross given to me by my late grandmother.
Fantastic.
Like it.
Cool, neat story.
I'm not a chains guy. You got chains. You got an earring, right?
Not at the moment, but I do have my ears pierced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tats.
He's got a lot of accessories.
He's really cool.
I mean, he does.
He's a cool guy.
He is a
Cool
football
cat, man.
player.
He's a cool cat.
He is a football player.
man.
Do you
Thanks,
dress
Theo.
up for game day?
Like wear a suit?
Yeah.
We all have to.
You
So, yeah.
have to?
Yep.
Oh.
Tony, are your grandmothers still with us? Do you have a living grandmother?
I do.
Shirley. Tony's has a grandmother.
Please don't play
that's
that.
still
clip.
alive.
Please don't play that. I smash anybody's grandma.
That's out of context.
It's like a coin
Play it
flip.
again,
It
please.
is very-
Wait, what did you say,
I
Alex? I'm
smash
sorry.
anybody's grandma.
In a coconut cream pie baking contest. That's what he's talking about.
So it was smash anybody's grandma. Tony, you know how we have National Day Update?
Yeah.
It was Coconut Cream Pie Day. And I make a really good coconut cream pie. And Clip was like, so if you were in a coconut cream pie baking contest with somebody's grandma, your pie would not be better. And I was like, dude, I would smash anybody's grandma. In reference
You saying it again is so funny.
Look at this. A guy with tattoos, chains, saying,
A motorcycle showing
I'll
up to your
smash
granddaddy.
anybody's grandma. Grandma, hop on the chop.
East Carolina beats Norfolk State.
Nice motorcycle. It's a chopper, baby.
Tony's having a little lasagna at his grandma's, and he hears that motorcycle outside. Your date's here, Grandma.
You get to your grandma's house, and he's at the dinner table.
Eating coconut cream pie.
When are you gonna
pass me that coconut cream pie, boy?
When are you gonna make one of those for us?
Whatever you want to, man.
And I want a grandmother out there to also make
come in
one.
here.
Yeah, and bring us a pie.
I smash anybody's grandma.
And we'll have a taste test.
And then the winner, if she wins, you got to give her a ride on your motorcycle.
Stevie, that's not fair. Y'all are gonna vote for the grandma's pie.
We're gonna do a blind taste test.
Okay.
Blind.
Totally blind.
Love is blind.
All right, this has been the Canes Corner.
Well, hey, you know what? You got what you wanted. We avoided the Canes conversation.
Any chance? I think the Canes are still in it.
Oh my God!
They have been in every game, and if 2 overtimes in a row.
Lost every game.
They have lost every game, and I tell you, the Rangers just anytime like, hey, we're making a stand. We're not gonna just roll over. The Rangers respond immediately.
It happened again last night, Alex. Canes pull the goalie and score a goal.
Yep.
It almost feels lucky when that happens. And
I wonder why we can do that, but we can't score a power play. It's the same thing. It's a man advantage.
Or why that goaltender can stop a breakaway goal, but he can't stop like a dang shot straight at him.
How many breakaways did the Rangers have? They could have scored way more many goals.
They had 3 or 4 when we were on the power play, which is absolutely sickening.
Yeah.
My thing is, I think this is 60 to 65% the New York Rangers, having the best goaltender on planet Earth, being very well coached by Peter Laviolette, and just having a lot of good talent that's in their prime. They're a really, really good team. Assuming we don't win 4 in a row, I think they win the Cup for sure. But, I mean, it's disheartening because we are at that level. We're just not playing up to it. That's the frustrating part.
And
an
older goalie that you've really you've had to play every game, and you put this other guy in, not really much experience. It kind of feels like this if the Canes just had their goaltender.
Well,
we would be fine.
Pyotr Kochetkov he's the future for the Hurt. He is very, very he's
didn't
very
like
good.
Him last night.
He's very good, but he's also very, very young.
Yeah.
Which, in our benefit, most of our core is. Nobody, I think Jacob Slavin is 27. Everyone else in our core is younger than that. So our guys are not really.
3 weeks ago say that this is the year, and if it's not,
it is. I mean, I do believe that, but it's from now on. Like, our chances to win is going to be solely based on, obviously, if our coaching and power play can improve in the postseason, and depending on what the outer shell of our roster looks like in terms of because our core of Sebastian Aho, Andrei Svechnikov, Jacob Slavin, Seth Jarvis, really, really good, and they're under contract for a while. Seth Jarvis is a restricted free agent this year.
And
we got a couple guys, man, playing phenomenal. So I definitely wouldn't say our window is closed. I thought personally, this has been our best team of guys that we've had, and I thought this was our best shot to win the Cup, which also makes this sting a little bit more.
Clip, do you know the last? And this is an honest question. When was the last time for anybody that they've come back in the playoffs 0-3 like this?
It's happened, I believe, 4 times in NHL history. I just saw it. I can't remember.
I always go back to the Red Sox beating the Yankees in 0-3. I don't know how many. Has it ever happened in the NBA? I don't think it's ever happened in the NBA.
And they put up those statistics. As teams that start out 2-0 win 80% of the time.
Yeah.
3-0 has got to be like 98% of the time.
It's happened 4 times in the NHL.
Last in 2014.
Yep.
Okay.
Kings,
a decade.
Yeah.
Right on the money. Maybe it's a time to celebrate a decade.
And it's only happened once in baseball, and it was 0-4, not 0-3, when the Red Sox came back and beat the Yankees. NBA. Wow, the Celtics blew a 3-0 lead last year. I don't remember that at all.
Oh, wow. And they were like the best team in the NBA, I think.
That's pretty brutal. So, there you go.
Yuck.
It does not happen a lot. But we keep saying this. If you like the Canes, now's the time to bet on them to win the series and the Stanley Cup. You get some great odds right now.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
The number's never been better.
There is always a chance, theoretically, until that fourth game has been won.
Like 1 in 1 million?
Not looking good.
1 in 1 billion?
So you're telling me. Are you going to the game this weekend?
If I didn't have to cut an arm off and sell it to go, I maybe would, but...
How much? 400? That's what somebody told me, but that was 2 games ago.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't checked recently, but I know for one ticket, no parking before fees, it was $170.
Man.
Oh, that's not...
We got to take a break. Tony, we did something today that I think you and your kids should do.
Okay.
Which Michael, and really your girls too, but like y'all would be done in 15 minutes. We did an escape room.
Oh, you guys went to the one?
Yeah. It took us about 45, 50 minutes. I feel like your kids would knock it out in about 15 minutes.
It's they're fun. I've done a couple of them with the kids. Yeah,
first time I've done it.
Oh yeah,
and it was fun. It was
a little. Was this like a little team building exercise? Did Jonathan go?
Actually, no. We were like guinea pigs, beta testers.
Oh.
They haven't opened yet. They're opening in 10 days.
Well, tell Jonathan, team building.
Yeah. Well, now
you guys took an extra step on your own today.
The next,
Jonathan, raise. Get these guys.
We're in the Monday meeting right now. The next foursome will be Shirley, Glenn, Jenny, and Ellerby, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Somebody's not coming out alive. I don't know who it's going to be. Tony, good to see you, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
We'll talk to you next week. Tony Dunn, C3 Podcast. When we return, Brian North joins us after this.
Hey guys, Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram here in Washington, North Carolina. You guys ready for summer? Because we are with the hot deals that we got going on right now. We have over $10,000 off 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorns. That's right, folks. Over $10,000 off these trucks. We have a huge selection of Ram trucks, and we need to make these deals happen. And remember, drive a little, save a lot. Check us out at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com.
Southern Ease has arrived, Pirate Nation. Whether you savor the bourbon flavor or indulge in other delightful options, Southern Ease gummies are here to elevate your moments. And here's the best part. You can enjoy them with an exclusive discount. Head over to southernease.com now and use the code PIRATE at checkout for a fantastic 25% off your first order. At Southern Ease, you can be living life to your fullest, one sweet moment at a time. southernease.com.
You want a sub made the authentic Jersey way? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want a radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a talking dog that only talks about Jersey Mike's. My owner says, "Hey, buddy." And I'm like, "Get me an authentic Jersey sub." He says, "That's all you ever think about." And I say, "No. I also think about teaching myself to drive the Jersey Mike's, but until I figure that out, you're all I have." Woof, woof. Made the authentic Jersey way since 1956. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Do you struggle with sleep issues, anxiety, or pain? Let your CBD store find you a natural solution. Your CBD store's wellness specialist will help find the right product for you. Their award-winning products are safe and tested for purity and quality. Your CBD store's unique boutique also carries THCA flower and pre-rolls, Delta gummies and seltzers, pet products, jewelry, and more. Mention this ad for 10% off your purchase. Call ahead for pickup at 999-5127. Your CBD store, open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 7, and located at 420 East Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Go Pirates!
Daydreaming of being on the water? The Pirate Waters Outfitter in Washington is your place to get ready. This is Captain Bo Brooks with Pirate Waters Outfitter, and we are stocked up with the best selection of everything for the summer. Come in today for a new pair of Bahio sunglasses or a new color turtle box. You going fishing? We are stocked up with reels from Florida Fishing Product, new fly selections, and a full line of Smithy cast iron cookware. Pirate Waters Outfitter on Market Street in downtown Washington, and also on Facebook and Instagram.
Picture this, the perfect
summer barbecue. No stress, no responsibilities, just all your friends, burgers and hot dogs on the grill, and a delicious, refreshing Pepsi Zero Sugar in your hand. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Burgers sizzling, hot dogs cooking, Pepsi Zero Sugar fizzing, and a backyard of very, very happy people. Oh yeah, we could get used to this. Very, very used to this. Grilling. Better with Pepsi.
The Holton Ahlers Show.
Julius Wood, now Dallas Cowboy.
You know, you're going to the NFL. Anyone you're looking forward to on the Cowboys team, kind of to play alongside, or maybe in the preseason, someone, you know, you're looking to guard and maybe pop a couple of times?
Obviously, playing with, I would have to say Michael Parsons. You know, he's a great in the game. He might be one of the best defensive players in the game right now, period. Somebody who I want to play against. Some receivers that I was on the same junior college with. Just really want to go after the end of the game, be able to swap jerseys with the guys that I did play with in my career.
The Holton Ahlers Show, powered by SouthernEase.com. Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio. Remember to always be yourself, unless you can be a pirate.
It's a pirate's life for me, savvy.
Always be a pirate. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live.
You good?
Yeah, I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to text a link to our Pirate Radio group chat so we can maybe repost this, or I was at least sharing with the group. Julius Wood getting some love from a Cowboys writer from DallasCowboys.com. Nick Harris, who covers the Cowboys at Cowboys.com, says Julius Wood certainly looks the part as a big safety that can play in the box and defend the run, as well as crossing patterns across the middle. The East Carolina product, is one of a few fun safety takes in the undrafted free agent class for Dallas. So, Julius Wood getting a little love. Good to see.
Dude, can we have another Jaquan McMillan? Can we have another Keaton Mitchell? Can we have another, I'd say Blake Prohl. I think Blake Prohl was going to get a really good shot at
He was having, was it last year or 2 years ago, where he was really showing out in training camp right before he got hurt.
Yep.
So, kind of stunk. Good stuff there. All right, real quick, let's knock out another interview, this time with Briain North, who joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line from WCTI 12. North, how you doing today, man?
Hanging in there. Clipper getting ready for a great weekend once we get the storms through here.
All right, good deal. North, man, since we last chatted, the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs commenced with the Hurricanes and the Rangers, and by the time this conversation's over, the series might be over. The Rangers up 3-0 now, 2 overtime games in a row, and 2 overtime games in a row where the Rangers get the winning goal. And I don't know if I'm just in complete denial right now. I still feel like the Hurricanes can make this somewhat of a series, but the Rangers are good, and they have been good throughout this series. Canes North have been favored in every game so far and have lost every game of the series.
And they've played them. You can say they've outplayed them in certain areas except for power play. And then last night, just a horrible giveaway in their own defensive zone in the overtime. But this could easily be a 3-0 series lead the other way. But now you have to really start worrying about the mental effect being down 3-0 on the Hurricanes and the Rangers. Can they sniff it? Do they come out even stronger trying to finish off the sweep because they know it's a dangerous team? But these two teams have been so even. And if it's a sweep Friday, I don't know if I can ever remember a series that was so evenly played, but ended up in a sweep.
Yeah.
That's just how close the margin of error is in this series.
Yeah, great crowd. You just wonder, I guess the Caniacs will show up with the backs against the wall for the next one. But being down 3-0, we've seen it before, but there's a reason we still talk about the Red Sox and the Yankees from all those years ago, and because it just does not happen very often.
Yeah, it's tough in hockey too, right? And when the margins are so close. And so, look, if any team can do it, it's this one. This is a team that's battled from behind in games a lot this year. They don't get too rattled. And the mantra, this is Rod Brindamore at his finest right here. One shift at a time, one game at a time. You can't win the series Saturday, but you can lose it. So let's get one win, and then you start stacking them after that. And try not to think of it in too big of a picture. You just think of it as the next shift in the next game, and then you can see what can happen. They've won 4 in a row. They've beaten the Rangers before. So, you're telling me there's a chance? Let's start with Saturday, and let's see if they can just find a way to get a win in this series.
Game 4 coming up 7 o'clock in Raleigh, a Saturday night. Canes have lost 3 in a row. The Pirate baseball team has lost 2 in a row, Brian, after Duke came to town. And I said this on the air, and I said it before I heard Cliff's post-game comments, and he said it too. You tell me Duke's going to score 5, I'll take that. I feel like we're going to certainly be in the game and probably win that game, but credit to Duke pitching, credit to a lot of our arms as well on the ECU side, but the bats just did not show up when they needed to on Tuesday night.
Well, let's credit Duke's scheduling, too, on this deal, right?
Yeah.
Scheduled long with the weekend before. They didn't use the weekend pitchers. They saved them for the big RPI game against ECU, who's down a few arms. So, when you look deeper into the game and the scheduling part of this whole thing and how Duke set the schedule up for this game, they put a lot of stock in this one. I think Coach Pollard saw this one as a game that could really help their postseason chances if they could get a win. So the timing was right with ECU being down some arms, and I know Cliff was ready to send some guys out there if they were in the lead late, but this is the hard part right now. You're so close if you're ECU to finishing off the conference title. You really want to build that resume for that super regional, but don't rush your arms back too quickly. You've got guys who've been banged up. They're getting really close to being healthy. You got to be real careful to resist the temptation to use them before they're ready. And I don't know the status of all of them. I know he said after the game that some of the guys could be back this weekend, but when you have a 3-game lead with 6 to play, it's hard, that balance, right? Because you're right there on the super regional edge of hosting. You really need to stack the resume, but you don't want to bring guys back too early. So this is where Cliff gets paid the big bucks. This is a tough time of year to start making decisions with injured players.
Good points all around, Brian. We may or may not see Zach Root throw on Saturday, and the other arm in question is wide Lunsford Shinkman, and will he be available this weekend for the Pirates? East Carolina on the road at Tulane. They'll have a former Pirate in the lineup, Connor Rasmussen. Talked to Corey Gloor today, and Connor playing pretty well. Remember, I kind of clicked in my brain when I was talking to Corey, this Tulane team, I guess they're just kind of sleepwalking through the regular season again, and they're going to go out and win the AAC tournament like they did last year, Brian. They kind of, you wonder how much stock is put into a conference tournament when it comes to seeding and things like that. But this is a one-bid league unless a Tulane or somebody wants to take that championship in Clearwater.
Yeah, what are they, 10 and 11 in league play, which is great. And, I guess the other AAC teams hope that ECU wants to rest players during the tournament so somebody can go in there and snag the at-large. But, I also think ECU is pretty driven right now. I think they'd like to wrap up this conference title this weekend if possible. And this is the time of year, you hate to say the O word, but it's starting to make decisions here in the back of your mind. You're thinking about hosting that super regional and you really want to get your resume there. So I'm just curious how the decision making goes to see if that plays a factor or if they're just confident enough of what they've done so far with their non-conference schedule and RPIs where they can still host a super regional when the bids come out. But it's interesting how all of that is being brought up in conversation right now when you're trying to get to your first College World Series.
Brian North joining us, also following this sports weekend, Brian, a little NBA playoffs, the Knicks-Pacers game 3 tonight. lot of storylines, some good on the court stuff, like what Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves are doing right now against the Nuggets. Some off the court or on the court, but kind of outside of the game with Rick Carlisle sending in calls to the NBA office. I saw he got fined today. You got Jamal Murray throwing a heating pad or whatever it was on the court during the play, the game of play. And also the Celtics last night losing. It's almost like the script writers are like, all right, we got to do something to get some attention on this thing. Boston, we're going to need you to just completely tank tonight and pretend like this is a series. So I don't know. I'm kind of one toe in the water when it comes to these playoffs right now, trying to find something that'll hook me. And it could end up being Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves. They are handling the champions right now, Brian.
That's the series right now. The game tonight is absolutely huge. And if I can keep my old tail up I'd love to watch that one, because now we get to see what the Nuggets are made of. Losing 2 at home, they're the champs. They've always been able to kind of turn it on when they've wanted to this year. Now all of a sudden they've got this young, hungry team that just throttled them in 2 games in Denver. So now what is it? Now they've got a few extra days here. What is this Denver Nuggets team made of? This is the one that's kind of got me without any ENC guys in the fight. That's the one I kind of want to see, because this Timberwolves team is fun. They're young. They're exciting. But let's see how they deal with a champion now who's kind of getting backed in the corner here. So excited about that one. Knicks Pacers is interesting. Going to Indiana, a lot of good young players on both teams. You know, the Knicks certainly generate a lot of interest when they're going. The Thunder losing last night I thought was interesting to the Mavericks, and former Charlotte Hornet P.J. Washington had a game. So there's still a few things out there. It's just I'm like you. I'm a casual fan of all these teams that don't have Eastern North Carolina players, but I can be hooked real quick if you give me a good storyline. And I'm seeing a few develop here in the second round.
Brian, do you have an opinion on Kyrie Irving? I feel like is his image changing a little bit? He seems kind of happy on the court, and he seems like a basketball player instead of the philosopher or whatever. I don't know. He's an odd cat, but when he and Luka get going, it's fun to watch, and they have a real chance to come out of the West this year.
Interesting, Kyrie only scored 9 points last night, right?
Yeah.
And PJ had the big game, and then, of course, Luka played well. And, Kyrie's as talented as anybody out there who's ever held a basketball, but sometimes really, really, really smart people, and I guess you could question that with his the flat earth theory. But Kyrie has always seemed like an intelligent guy who kind of outthinks himself on things sometimes. And on the basketball court, that can be dangerous. When he doesn't think, he's an incredible player. It's always been, can he coexist with other talented players?
Right.
The question when he got with Luka last year, and they had some struggles with that. And it seems like they're starting to find themselves a little bit. It's now, do they have enough against a really good OKC team? So my thoughts on Kyrie, definitely interesting. Definitely a guy that I don't just take it at the shallow level when you hear an answer. I always like to hear more context, because he definitely tries to think. He tries to be a deep thinker.
Yeah.
So I kind of enjoy that repartee. But on the basketball court, I want to see him get along with others and make others better.
The freest of free thinkers, Kyrie Irving. Brian, we saw some incredible finishes last week, and Shirley and I had a nice little run. Shirley got some free bets, so we were playing around with those, and had a freebie over the weekend. And I said, Shirley, let's just take the favorite. Let's go Kyle Larson, and boy, did it give me a reason to stay up and watch that on Sunday night. What a finish in Kansas. And then that came one day after the 3-horse race at the Kentucky Derby. So what an incredible 36 hours of finishes we saw.
Yeah, just when you thought you couldn't see anything closer than the Kentucky Derby, here comes the closest finish in NASCAR history. And Kyle didn't even think he won. That was the great part about it, is that the other team, the 17 team, was celebrating like mad. And then all of a sudden, the photo finish. And same thing with a horse race. I would have never picked a winner from that photo finish, the way they were bobbing at the end. But that's the great thing about sports. And we had this question one time: what is the best feeling? Like a walk-off home run, a game-winning shot, a photo finish? And I always said the hard part about a photo finish, you can't celebrate immediately from their reaction. You've got to kind of wait. But I think it was worth both of those waits last weekend to see those awesome finishes.
And two, Brian, was it Chris Buescher, I believe, who was there with Larson? His team was celebrating.
Oh, yeah.
And the announcers called it. Like, they said, Buescher wins. And then they had to go, wait a minute, hold on. And then you saw, next thing you know, Larson's doing donuts and Buescher's team saying, what? Man, that was really fun to watch. Asked Coach Mack earlier this week, did he need to see qualifying or anything before he had a Darlington winner? And he said, no, just go with Denny Hamlin, who has been really, really good this year and is still looking for that elusive championship. Although I don't know, is that a different conversation now, Brian, the way the championship's set up? Like if this was previous years with all the a long time ago now, but all the races Hamlin has won, you almost feel like you get a true champion. Things can get a little wacky with the format now. So but hey, for Denny Hamlin, he doesn't care how he gets it, he just wants that one.
Right. It's just like all these other sports now. Whoever's hot at the end, it doesn't reward the true champion over a full season anymore. It's about who's hot at the end. And so, but Denny's having a great year. And, I loved it a couple of weeks ago when Michael Jordan, was it Tyler Reddick won? And it was because Denny crashed and Michael Jordan was giving him crap for crashing and their team win. And so it's been a great year all around, whether Denny's finishing first or not. So, but Darlington's the race where a track where driver skill is big. You got to keep it out of the wall, keep from getting the Darlington stripe. And veterans usually do really well at Darlington. So I don't think that's a bad pick at all to stay with Denny, who's got some really good skill and also has really good equipment, which you also need. So that'll be a fun one. Mother's Day race is always good there, and it's just right down the road from us and back to the true roots of NASCAR racing. So always fun at Darlington, but I don't think that's a bad pick at all by Coach Mack.
We're going Darlington and then North Wilkesboro for the All-Star race, and then Charlotte. So a little trio of races around here. Brian, I am planning on taking the girls to see Planet of the Apes this weekend because I love the reboot trilogy of Planet of the Apes. I don't know why. It's my favorite trilogy of the, I guess, modern era. So how about you, Brian? Is there a movie series trilogy that you really enjoyed or enjoy? Are you a Star Wars guy? Are you
I grew up with Star Wars, and what drives me nuts is when things go out of sequence. So, like, I was all into it, Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and then all of a sudden we're going back in time, and I was all confused. And now if you try to watch them in chronological order, it's all these great special effects, and then you go back to the original, and, it makes it look bad.
Yeah.
I hate this. So, I don't know. That's a good question because there's been so many multiple versions of things. I'd have to think on that for a second, but oh gosh, I mean,
like I'm a little younger than you, but like Jurassic Park took me by storm as a kid, and I really don't like the newer ones, but the original is still a classic to me.
Yeah, that's one I never got into. That was when I started, I was getting older and teenager years, and I quit going to the movies. There was other things to do, so I never got into Jurassic Park stuff. So, I'll here's one because I'm a dad now. Toy Story.
Yeah.
They kept getting better and better.
You got a friend in me. That's a good one, Brian. Brian North joining us. North, good stuff, man. What you got planned for the weekend?
Mowing the lawn today before the storms come in. We got the big air show at Cherry Point in Havelock.
Oh, yeah.
We're at 100,000 of my other friends, so we'll be there watching the Blue Angels fly, and that's the big stuff. And Sunday is, I guess, Mother's Day, so even though my wife is not my mother, apparently that's not an acceptable answer anymore.
Yep.
So I got to do something for the wife for Mother's Day. So, yeah.
Good PSA for everyone out there tuned in right now. Make sure you take care of mama, wife, and every lady in your life pretty much for Mother's Day. Brian, enjoyed it, man. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, sounds good, Clipper.
Brian North joining us on a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live as the bottom falls out here in Greenville. Zero visibility. It's raining hard. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour 3 Pirate Radio Live. Shirley, we got tickets to give away to go see Craig Morton at Weldon Mills Theater. And we will do that in hour number 3.
Oh, I thought we were doing it right now.
This is just
that was a teaser.
What a tease.
People start salivating out there a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Craig Morton, we got 2 tickets to go see him at Weldon Mills Theater. They can be yours. You can jump on your International Harvester and head on over there. We will do that after we talk to Morgan Ahlers. And we'll do that when we return after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
80s rock band 38 Special with special guest The Cove are coming to Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern Carolina's best entertainment venue, on June 14th. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills Theater offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. With comfortable seating throughout the venue, there isn't a bad seat in the house. Join Weldon Mills Theater for a memorable event where you can relax and make lasting memories. Get your tickets to see 38 Special with special guest The Cove June 14th at weldonmillstheater.com.
The Washington Harbor District Alliance presents Sales and Ales on May 18th from 4 to 8 p.m. Come enjoy a fun, relaxing experience with wonderful craft breweries, food trucks, and live music by the Dust Parade on Washington's beautiful Pamlico River at the Mac Bear Hodges Festival Park. Entry is free and tickets are available for beer tasting. Bring a chair and a friend for Sales and Ales on May 18th, downtown Washington. For more information, visit the Washington Harbor District Alliance Facebook page.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Sun's out, guns out in Pirate Nation. Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. The weather's getting hotter and so are our deals. Ladies, don't miss your chance on 25% off Alexo Athletica concealed carry shorts. Guys, we've got Leopold t-shirts marked down for you. Speaking of Leopold, get a VX Freedom 4 to 12 by 50 scope with free Illumina lens covers for only $3.99. This is over a $600 value. We'll continue to bring on the heat every week with the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. It is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers in Greenville at Bells Fork, in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street, and on Greenville Boulevard in the old Pizza Inn location. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Awesome conversation during the break about dill seasoning that maybe we'll get into if we have time. But we got a lot to do. We got a Fleet Feet rundown. We got to talk to Houston McCullough. We got to give away 2 tickets to Craig Morgan. And we need to talk to Morgan Ahlers, who will join us momentarily.
DJ Captain Morgan.
DJ
Captain Morgan.
Morgan.
The greatest football coach I've ever had.
Morgan.
Whoa. Excuse me?
Football or baseball?
Football.
Better than Mike Houston?
He's up there.
Oh, my goodness.
Local politics, bud. Morgan Ahlers joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Morgan, how you doing, man?
Good afternoon, man. Watching you hail. How about that?
What the hell?
It's hail. What the hell? It's hail today for two times.
Well, when we last left you and went to that break, it was pouring outside. It looks like it's calmed down a little bit, but these storms are flashing all across eastern North Carolina and making for a rainy Friday. You working tonight, Morgan, or are you chilling?
I'm off tonight. Working tomorrow. Got a wedding tomorrow, so yeah, it's hopefully tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day, so it's a good thing.
A couple of questions for you, Morgan. First up, how do you feel about a Group of 5 playoff postseason in college football?
I think if you take your champion that's supposed to get into the group of the final 12, let them play in the final 12, and then have a Group of 5 playoff, I'm all for it. It's awesome. Give the guys a chance to play football, make a little bit of money. Life's good.
I'm with you, man. I like it, and people don't like it because it's another, they feel like divider, separator. But my thought is, okay, you're going to a bowl to play Coastal Carolina or Ohio or somebody like that. Would it be a lot more fun to have on-campus games, or if you want to put them in a bowl, that's fine, whatever, but to have brackets, to have, hey, if we win this week, if we beat San Diego State, we move on to play whatever, another team next week, Toledo, like anything with brackets and stakes, I'm into. I think it would be cool.
Yeah, I do too. I think that if you have the bowl games and maybe you have the first round, this is the Tony the Tiger Bowl versus the the Toyo Tires Bowl champion.
How about the Snoop Dogg Gin and Juice Bowl? That's coming up this year, Morgan.
How cool is that going to be? and they can have it someplace that's on, I don't know, where's it going to be? Do you know?
I think it's taken over I think it's in Arizona. It was the Barstool Arizona Bowl is now the Gin and Juice Bowl.
Have a smoke on the water associated with it.
Very good. All right, so Morgan's down. Alex, can I ask you, as a D1 athlete, what would you think about a Group of 5 playoffs?
Honest opinion.
Yeah.
I think it would be better than the setup that there is now. Because I've talked about this before, like this being my senior year. Granted, to get to the playoffs, we would have to win a conference championship, so I would 1,000% take that. But with the bowl game experience, like for the players, there's actually a bowl experience for us. Like we go down like almost a week before. It's a good time. Whereas in this new playoff format, there is no real you don't go to a bowl site. We would go to another team's campus.
It'd be another game week, basically.
Yeah, it wouldn't be any different. So, I mean, if we're going to have that, but for a Group of 5 tournament, I see where the fans are coming from in terms of like, oh, well, it's kind of diminishing the Group of 5, but the levels are already so far apart as it is.
Yeah.
I would be honestly really cool with a Group of 5 tournament.
All right, next go ahead, Morgan.
Well, here's my thing, though. If you take the existing bowl structure that you have, and if you do have a Group of 5 game, a tournament, you have, if it's 10 teams, 12 teams, 8 teams, whatever the case may be, you have the first 4 games, your playing games, your quarterfinals, they're all existing bowl games. Then you have a semifinal and a final to be played at a certain, maybe you're getting buzzed right here. I guess we got another severe thunderstorm warning.
Oh, boy.
But then you maybe have your quarterfinals play those at the traditional bowl sites. Have the week leading up to it, the bowl thing. The second week, maybe have let's say, just for grins and giggles, let's play it at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. Both the semifinals games will be played on a Saturday, and the next one on a Sunday. Then you have the championship game played at a site that, to be determined, and have it something like that. So you still would have the bowl experience, but then you got the ability to play for a group of 5 championship.
Robert on YouTube says if they use the bowl games as part of the postseason tournament, then all good. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's what Morgan's going through right there. So my other question is, and this seems more likely and could happen sooner than what we just talked about with the group of 5 playoffs, but apparently there could be an official group of 5 poll, which again, we're dividing, we're separating, we're talking about levels. But these will be voted on by the coaches in the American, the Mountain West, the Conference USA, the Sun Belt, and the MAC. How would you feel about an official poll, Morgan? Once again, saying we're not part of what else is going on, almost.
Well, if East Carolina was this year and have a really great season, and they go 10-1 or 9-2 or whatever the case may be, and then you've got East Carolina can still be ranked in the top 25 of the football poll.
Right, yeah.
But still be a part of the group of 5 poll. That's one thing. If you exclude the schools out of it, because every year there's 1 or 2 schools in the group of 5 that do really well, it seems.
Yeah.
And they're in that conversation of should you be in that, before it was just, 4 teams. That's never going to happen. But 12, it's going to happen. I think that's a good possibility. I do think I read an article earlier this week that was very interesting to me. That the whole gist of the article was you've got the SEC, you've got your top teams in the SEC. Eventually, are those top teams going to pull away from the bottom layer teams and bring other good teams in to make it a super conference?
Yeah.
Just using the SEC as an example, because you've got, let's get real. Vanderbilt, from a sports standpoint, it's in Nashville, but from a football standpoint, it's been irrelevant for many years. And there's several teams out there that are mediocre at best that continue to play, but they're never going to be at the level of the Georgias and the Alabamas. And now that you're bringing in, the other schools from all across the country to be in the SEC, how are those teams going to fare? And what are they going to say? They don't want to go anywhere because they're making a whole lot of money with the television revenue package.
Yeah,
and that's a big thing. But realistically, would Florida State want to go to the SEC? Would Clemson want to join the SEC? Both of those teams, more than likely, would be a big boost to some of the bottom level teams in the SEC. So I think there's going to be still a lot of changes, and it's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out.
Yeah, that would be surprising to me if they did boot teams out, but let's say they did and play the hypothetical game. Vanderbilt, you said, that would be the first obvious choice. And I was trying to think who is beyond that. Do you like Missouri, and would South Carolina be in trouble if they did that?
Missouri had a good year in football last year with Coach Drinkwitz down there, and you've got South Carolina, a lot of tradition in South Carolina, but they've been middle of the pack at best for the last 15, 20 years. I know Coach Shane Beamer is trying to get things turned around down there, but with the NIL, it's hard to do that now. I think it's just as hard at that level of Power 5 teams to get better, because most of those guys coming in, maybe they've transferred from somewhere else, or the good players on their team are now, hey, I'm going to transfer to Auburn, I'm transferring to Alabama, I'm transferring to Georgia. The loyalty factor, there really isn't any.
Yeah, who has a better chance to make the college football playoff this year in an expanded field, East Carolina or Vanderbilt?
East Carolina.
I agree, 100%. The way it's set up now.
And I know Alex has been there, but from what I've seen, what I've heard, and people I've talked to over there, they're very excited about this upcoming season. And the schedule plays into it. Not knocking our opponents, but realistically, 3 years ago you're playing the Houstons, the Cincinnatis, the Central Floridas, the
week in, week out. You don't have that on the schedule this year. So I think it's a good opportunity for East Carolina to take advantage of it and position themselves to be in the talk if there is expansion in the next 3 or 4 years.
Jerry's got an interesting idea on YouTube. So the top-ranked Group 5 school goes to the playoff this upcoming football season, which is cool. We get a shot. He says, so you've got 4 other conferences out there. Let's say East Carolina makes the playoff this year. You've still got the MAC, the Mountain West, the Sun Belt, and Conference USA. You take those 4 champions and put them in a playoff, a 4-team playoff. It's a pretty good idea. You win your conference, you go to a Final Four situation.
Or you could even go one step further. Instead of having a Final Four, make it a Final 8. Take the top 2 teams in each conference. And then you can pair them up where the one from one conference plays the 2 in another and sort of crisscross. Because generally, if you're the second-place team in any of those conferences, you're a pretty good football team. And I think that would give them something, a player and a program, something to really strive for. Hey, this is what we're going to do. We need to get 1 or 2. We want to be number 1, but, if you're number 2, we still got a chance. Still can keep playing.
Morgan Ahlers joining us. Morgan, good discussion today, man. Hope you have a good weekend. Hope you spin the right tracks at the wedding tomorrow. Keep the bride happy.
That's how I roll, man. Plan it and play it.
There you go. And we'll talk to you again soon, man.
Sounds good. You guys have a great weekend, and stay dry and stay out of the hail.
Yes, sir. Will do. DJ Captain Morgan.
DJ Captain Morgan.
Morgan. Good discussion. We'll take a break. As we go to break. On my International Harvester. We did good that time.
Man, that sounded great.
That was good. We're giving away 2 tickets to go see Craig Morton at Weldon Mills Theater. You can go on us up there at Roanoke Rapids. Beautiful theater. Great place to watch some live music. We'll do that right now. Let's do caller number 6. I was going to say 49 for Alex Harper, but we're going to go 6. Caller 6, 317-1250. More to go when we return. We got to get our Fleet Feet run.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood, it's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number 1 in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
This is Holton Ahlers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30 plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. ansonbelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holton Ahlers Show.
There's a special deal at US Cellular where you can get unlimited data for just $30 a line. It's perfect for you, barbershop quartet.
That's us.
And right now, you can even get 4 free phones.
4 free phones.
US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent. Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
We filled the trucks so you'll save big bucks during the Lazy Boy truckload sale at Bostic Sugg Furniture. Look for the Lazy Boy truck in our parking lot. It's filled with Lazy Boy furniture at huge savings. Take advantage of big rig discounts of up to 50% off Lazy Boy recliners and motion sofas, Lazy Boy stationary furniture, leather, sectionals, and chairs. But quantities are limited. There's no reorders, no rain checks. So roll in before these savings roll out during the Lazy Boy truckload sale at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, you missed.
Jeff Palumbo, associate head coach. The coach said last night that he didn't think Jacob Starling was 100% yet, but man, when he gets to be 100%, he's going to be really incredible because he's hitting the baseball again.
He swung the bat well. He really has. We're down 2, and he hits 3-2 fastball, and we don't have too many guys in our lineup that can hit that pitch where it was thrown and hit it the way that he did. He's just got lightning quick hands, and he was able to get to that thing. But since he came back, he's been a tremendous force offensively.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
This is Holt Nailers. Join me for the Holt Nailers Show every week right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
There's local politics, bud.
Yes, indeed. Look at this party.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. New Blue also now specializes in crawl space, moisture control, and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. And coming up tonight, Jake Sutton will be performing. And then on Saturday night, it's the R.T. Johnson Band. They'll start at 10 o'clock. And as always, ladies get in free all weekend long. Sunday Fun Day at the Buck features the ECU Club Cornhole Tournament. It is free for everyone, and bags fly at 3 o'clock. We'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Moly, 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 moly.
Chandler just discovered something on my body. I have a blue mole that I've had my entire life.
Moly, moly, moly,
It
moly.
actually looks like mold.
Mole.
More so than mole. All right, we got more Craig Morgan tickets to give away coming up next week. And I want to... So I put up International Harvester because I was going to play some. And the top comment on YouTube has 7.7 thousand likes and 422 replies. And I want to read that after I play the beginning.
I hope we don't get in trouble for this.
All right, so he's the son of a third-generation farmer, been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. This person points out, I really hope these are 2 different farms. Because is he basically saying he's been married to a sister for 10 years?
So say it again.
He's the son of a third-generation farmer, been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter.
Oh,
or did he marry his grandma? Is
Dang, man.
Alex,
this is about you.
I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. Been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. I feel like we're back inside the escape room, and we're trying to figure out, write this family tree down.
Son of a third-generation farmer.
So, yeah, that comment has 422 replies. Wait, is it bad? I just noticed that.
So, how about his father is a farmer?
Yeah.
And then her father is a farmer.
Yeah, but
it's weirdly worded.
Yes.
Strung together there because, I mean, you just got done saying that you are the son of a third generation
So
farmer.
here's what we've established. Your dad's a farmer. Cool. Your family. You come from a family of farmers. So you've established this farmer.
And then you said, all right, I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter.
Okay.
To said farmer or a different farmer?
You know what? I'm going to have to go to see Craig Morton live in Roanoke Rapids at Weldon
You calling
Mills.
him Morton?
Morgan.
Oh, it keeps sounding like Morton. I didn't say it earlier, but right then it sounded more like Morton.
No, Craig Morgan, and we had Morton Ahlers on earlier. Morton, DJ Captain Morton. Morton. Is it a southern thing to not say the T? Like Morton? How do you say Morton?
Morton?
Yeah, you don't know. You don't put the T in there.
Morton. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me say Morton.
Am I right?
What's going on, Morton?
Am I right?
Was I right?
You're right.
I was right.
Morton.
One day this summer, I want to
talk to Joey on the show.
Yeah, we're gonna have Joey on, which is gonna be, as the kids would say, electric like the Mets. And the Knicks. And I also want to really go over song lyrics that are questionable, such as, I'm the son of a third generation farmer, been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter. Hey, Craig, you do you, pal.
Kind of like, let's see this lyric. I could have played for the Dallas Mavericks, but they found crack in my jacket.
Shout out Riff Raff. By the way, that is a jam, and I had no idea that Alex Harper was so into that song. He knows every and every.
Save you no time, Hoss.
Fun
It is
stuff.
played a lot at ECU baseball games.
That's the only place I heard it ever. I've never heard it away from there.
I heard it riding in my grandpa's truck.
Really? What year is that?
Third generation farmer. What's that?
What year do you think?
Probably like early 2000s.
So it will not be played at the Pirate Radio football kickoff party.
Let's see.
By the way, this is all part of our Fleet Feet Rundown. Shirley can. Why am I asking Shirley? Alex, can you tell us about Fleet Feet Rundown?
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
Thank you, A Harp. First up on the Fleet Feet Rundown. Look, we got a lot of cool Pirate Radio stuff here. I mean, just check out the shirt Alex is wearing. Look at the hat Alex is wearing. Awesome gear, great swag. Some of the stuff,
I'll wear it. I'll wear it.
But I'm not BSing you when I say this is my favorite thing we've ever done.
Is it top 5?
Oh, it's top 5.
It's top 5.
It's top 5. It's top
That's
5.
all I'm gonna say.
That's all I'm gonna say. Because it's very organic. It came from something cool. It came from a phrase that Jacob Jenkins Cowart used over and over. The new, brand spanking new Pirate Radio Schools Out, No Rules Jacob Jenkins Cowart shirt is now available at Shimmer in the store and online. You can get these online. The shirts say Schools Out at the top, No Rules at the bottom. It's got a skull wearing with a mustache and sunglasses, looking like Jacob Jenkins Cowart, wearing a sweet Pirate Radio hat, and you got 2 baseball bats underneath. And what is that on the sides? Oh, is that hair?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. The smile's kind of creepy.
Man, that is a cool shirt.
I love the Pirate Radio hat. It's just an awesome shirt.
Y'all got to get this shirt.
Awesome shirt. You got to go get it now, as Lincoln Harris said.
Ben Bradshaw.
Hey, Ben.
We posted this 5 minutes ago. He said, just ordered one. These are flames emojis.
It's that simple. Boom. That quick. Boom. You like it? Get it. Boom. It's online. You can go to Shimmer. If you're going down Greenville Boulevard, stop at Shimmer Boutique. They're there. If you're at home and you're like, man, what am I going to do on my laptop? I just got done watching YouTube videos. Go to online. Get them there.
By the way, we've got Chad is asking if I don't know, Chad. I haven't really thought about it, but he's asking if Craig Morgan could be his own grandpa. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think that line is in the song.
Tell me about the good old days.
Tyler and Jerry say that I said Craig Morton. Maybe I did.
I swear you were saying it.
Because that is an old football player, as Jerry points out, the original number 7 for the Denver Broncos.
Morton.
As long as I wasn't calling him Morton Ahlers, I'm good. Jamie will be locking up that shirt. Tyler said just adult sizes. I don't know. There's always a question.
Oh my gosh. Are you not an adult, Tyler?
Available in Shimmer.
I
don't know, dude. Look, your kid is. Let me break this to you, man.
Sometimes they can't get what they want.
I have a kid. My kid, you wouldn't believe the growth my kid has
grown
over the years.
Good gosh.
I'm talking this baby when it came out, it was like this. Now, she's taller than my wife. If you're getting it for a kid, the kid will grow.
Say, hey, son, in 10 years, you can have this shirt.
Yeah. Jenny, thank you, Jenny. She said the first order is just adults, I think. Oh, I love when sentences end with I think.
I think. Ooh.
So there you go. Awesome shirt. All right, we need to take a break because we got to get to Houston McCullough. Thanks to Fleet Feet for the Fleet Feet rundown. When we return, Houston McCullough will join us. And
are we doing the butt?
Oh, another good line. Jamie's asking, do I have a sister to take with me when I go see Craig Morton? I do, actually.
She's taking that.
Ironically, she is the farmer's daughter. I'm the son of a third-generation farmer. Or at least second generation. We'll take a break, come back, more to go. Borat, my wife, says Jamie. Back with you after this.
One more time for Chuck Brown, y'all. Everybody, real loud, sing. Yeah, yeah. Ow. Yeah, 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 yeah. Walking the flights, South
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Give me that ooey gooey, crispy, crunchy, mouth watering. Give me that creamy, dreamy, meaty, topping, pepperoni popping. Give me that crispy, coated, Papa John's. Better get you some. Try the trio before it's gone.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. Pitt County Schools is in the opportunity business. We open doors for everyone every student by finding pathways to provide the best possible chance of success for each to reach their career aspirations of choice. As we head through the spring months, we will continue to guide our students for the different journeys of life preparedness before celebrating their accomplishments. We are committed to enhancing academic achievement and developing personal growth through work-based learning of our many career and technical education programs, college readiness, and saluting those who will be serving our country in the armed forces. Engaging, empowering, and elevating students to be successful citizens, workers, and leaders in a global economy remains our mission. Please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org to learn how we grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and 1 community. Education is truly the key that unlocks doors of opportunity.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Daydreaming of being on the water? The Pirate Waters Outfitter in Washington is your place to get ready. This is Captain Bo Brooks with Pirate Waters Outfitter, and we are stocked up with the best selection of everything for the summer. Come in today for a new pair of Bahio sunglasses or a new color turtle box. You going fishing? We are stocked up with reels from Florida Fishing Product, new fly selections, and a full line of Smithy cast iron cookware. Pirate Waters Outfitter on Market Street in downtown Washington, and also on Facebook and Instagram.
The weather is beautiful and our screen door shouts welcome. Russell's Clothing is loaded with beautiful spring merchandise for men and women. The collection of dresses is amazing. You'll find dress or casual and accessories to complete any outfit. Our men's slacks and assorted sportswear can take you anywhere. Our personal service and our free signature gift wrap make shopping easy. Make Russell's in downtown Washington your shopping destination, because at Russell's, it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers.
The Holton Ahlers Show.
Julius Wood, now Dallas Cowboys. What made you choose the Cowboys?
Really, I feel like it was obviously the situation and the roster aspect. That was the most important, going down there to be able to compete first and foremost, and then the money and things like that. Every team was offering money, so really it came down to where do you feel like is the best fit.
The Holton Ahlers Show, powered by SouthernEase.com. Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio.
It's never like the same stuff you hear every morning or like every afternoon on talk shows.
Your locally owned, locally operated radio station.
There's always new content.
That's the way I like it.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Grimesland Bigfoot has a question for Jonathan. He says, hey, Chandler, did you bring a photo of Opie Taylor with you to the barbershop?
No, but Floyd had one. Get that reference? Because the barber's name was Floyd in Andy Griffith. I love that show so much.
Opie. Hey, Kenny. Hope you're having a good day.
Cool. Neat story.
Let's head out to the Pirate Radio Live line. Joining us, we talked to Corey Gloor earlier. Let's catch up with another old friend. She is Houston McCullough, who was previously at East Carolina, now with the Orlando Magic. And I'll talk about what she's up to and her great gig down there in Florida. Houston, thank you for your time. How you doing today?
We're doing great, Clip. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, and it's awesome to have you on during the Magic playoff run. I reached out to a couple of old buddies, Alex Walker and Zach Maskovich, who are down there covering the Magic on the TV side of things, and just said, hey, it's cool to scroll through my timeline and see folks talking about playoff basketball. And I'll ask you, Houston, your job, you can make your job as fun as you want it to be, but how much more fun is it when you have a good team to cover? The Magic were really good this season.
Yeah, well, it's definitely more fun when everyone else is having fun, and you have more fun when you win, right? Like, it's not so fun to lose. But, yeah, when everyone's got a great morale around them and you're celebrating wins as opposed to mourning losses, it just makes stuff more enjoyable to show up to work every day. Like, last season, there was a definite end to the season. Like, we weren't anticipating a playoffs run at all. So we were like, okay, April 8th, April 9th, whatever, that's our last game. That's the end of the season. So we knew when the definite end was, as opposed to this year. We were like, we might be in Boston in 2 days, or we might be done, but for sure we're in playoffs. But it was just a fun experience for sure, and everyone's excited, and the city of Orlando kind of rallied around our team, which is nice. We're not really a sports town down here, so to see Orlando turn into, a Orlando Magic fan base was a really cool experience.
Houston McCullough joining us. Houston, this answer could encapsulate quite a bit, but what are your duties as lead videographer, producer for the Magic? Can you break it down into one answer, everything you have to do, your role there with the team?
It depends on if we're in season or out of season, but I'll focus on in season since we're talking about playoffs. It's weird because in this season, it's more structured and there's more of a stable routine as opposed to off season. But I am basically in charge of filming every move of the team. We have 2 shows that we produce. One's a YouTube show called All Access, and then one's a TV show that airs on Valley Sports called Inside the Magic. And I film for both of those shows, but they're behind-the-scenes shows. So anything that the team does, I'm there with the camera to film. So I film them watching film, and I film team dinners and team breakfast, and then practices, shoot-arounds, walkthroughs. Anytime we're at the arena and they're just getting shots up, if they're hanging around before the game, any TV interviews, I'm kind of like the side angle camera for that. And then obviously for games, I'm on the court shooting the games as well. So I'm just I joke that I'm that annoying fly that kind of just buzzes around and never leaves. That's me with a camera with them. But luckily, they understand my role and what I'm there to do, and I'm there to help them and promote their brands as well as produce our shows. And it's cool. I get really cool access to a lot of moments that not a lot of fans see, and there's a lot of things that I film that will never see the light of day. And I'm just always there with the camera.
You mentioned being a fly. From that fly on the wall perspective, have you tell the guys, hey, I'm not here, or I am here, you can interact? What's that like? Are you behind the scenes, not to be seen, and I guess acknowledged by the players you are capturing?
Yeah, it definitely depends on the moment. Especially if coach is around, I am fly on the wall. I don't exist. Team film, I hide in a little corner and I don't make any noise. But during a game, you want them to interact with you. You want them to celebrate to the camera because that'll be the best shot. So it's kind of situational. But they understand, they know when they have moments where they can have fun and play to a camera and moments when they need to focus. So it's a little bit of both. It's kind of situational.
And I know, and boy, East Carolina does a great job of reaching out to the community with their student athletes. I know professional sports, it's all about giving back and connecting with the community. So are you on those a lot as well? I know that there's a lot of, NBA charities and things like that. Are you getting to see that side of it?
Yeah, for sure. Almost all of our players are super involved in Orlando specifically. They've all got foundations and causes that they support, and some of them do them back in their home states. But we try to be as involved in that and do as much PR with that if we can. There's some events where the players don't want any media, so right. respect them there and don't provide any cameras there. But like over the summer specifically, a lot of players do camps, like youth camps. So in a month, I'm going to fly out to Atlanta to go cover Wendell Carter Jr.'s camp that we've done for the last couple of years. So yeah, because it still encompasses behind the scenes and the life of an NBA player. It's not just basketball; it's all the other stuff that they do in their free time too. So we do like sponsored events, like if they, not so much a charity event, but if like some local company pays them to make an appearance at this company party or whatever, like we go cover that too. Or if they speak at this event, we'll go cover that. But Christmas time, Thanksgiving, especially like holidays, are popular times where like Paulo will go to Target with a bunch of kids from an elementary school and then buy them their Christmas presents, and we'll go cover that. So yeah, it's a wide variety of stuff, but it keeps our schedule full, and it's always a new thing every day, so it's really fun.
Houston McCullough joining us. Houston, you've got a really neat job. There's only 30 NBA teams, and I'm just wondering when you're at East Carolina or when you're at TCU or doing these other jobs you've had throughout your career, did you expect to be where you are? Did you want to be with a professional team? How far, I guess, away is your goal or your dream job from where you are right now? Because you got a pretty good thing going.
Yeah, I will say, working in college sports, I never expected to dip my toe into the professional sports world, and college sports is definitely a totally different world that I do miss sometimes. I definitely love my job. I have no interest in going anywhere else anytime soon. Working with college athletes, like working with student athletes where you were part of their development, was a really endearing thing to me. And the professional sports world, you just don't get that experience. Like, it's definitely more of a business, and you're working with professional athletes, and you're working with agents and worrying about contracts and stuff like that all the time. You didn't have to worry about that in college sports. NIL obviously makes that a little different nowadays from whenever I was working college sports. But when I started out at TCU, then I did my grad school at Southern Miss, and I was a GA there in Mississippi. And I thought my trajectory was to eventually be an athletic director. But I kind of just on a whim moved with my boyfriend at the time to Florida and was just trying to find any job and stumbled upon the Orlando Magic job. And it was just like a God's plan thing that it worked out, and this is where I am. So I never imagined that I'd be in professional sports. And it's definitely a huge adjustment from college sports, but also it's been my favorite spot that I've been in my adult life. So I don't really have any plans for the future. Like, I love what I do. I could do what I'm doing for the rest of my life, but if something else comes along, like, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Houston, this is Shirley. I did have a question about, I think I sent you a message on Facebook. I was watching the playoffs and I saw you on TV, and you're right there on the floor. I mean, you are right there on the baseline underneath the goal. So has it been potentially hazardous to your health to be in that particular spot, because you still got to get the shot no matter what it is that's going on in front of you? And these are rather large dudes that, you know, are running up and down the court, and they're coming at you full force, full speed. Have you ever had an instance where you're trying to get that shot, but you know if you move, you could potentially miss a really cool shot?
Oh, yeah, it's not potential. It has happened. I have been whacked. I have been fallen on and hit. And in this playoff series, actually, I didn't actually get fallen on, but Jonathan Isaac was right in front of me, kind of jumping up for almost like a jump ball scenario. But I saw him, like, starting to fall backwards, and he's almost 7 feet tall. And I was like, oh, my God, like, this is actually where I die. Like, if Jonathan Isaac falls on me, I will seriously get injured. Luckily, that did not happen. I did not embarrass the family on national television. But I've been whacked with rogue basketballs where someone passes to someone who's not looking, and I've gotten whacked. And you kind of just get used to it. But you learn to keep your head on a swivel, too. And now my evasiveness skills have definitely gone up. So if a player comes flying your way, I roll over really quickly. So you definitely do have to keep your head on a swivel, but I've gotten pretty good at it, I think.
Yeah, because I was thinking, one of these days, an errant shot or somebody going, flying into the stands or whatever the case may be. I don't want to see you on Shacked and the Fool in that particular case.
Yeah, that would be.
That would be, yeah.
No, I'm definitely not the most athletic human being on the planet, but I will say working here has improved my reflexes a little bit.
Oh, okay. There you go.
It's a physical game. Houston McCullough joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Houston, let's go back to your time at East Carolina. A few questions on that. First of all, what do you miss most about Greenville?
I will say Greenville was where I met some of my favorite people on the planet. Like Justin Bear still works with East Carolina, and I'm coming up in a month or so to be the photographer for his wedding.
Oh, cool.
He and Alyssa, his fiance, are some of my best friends on the planet. And so it is sad that I don't get to work next door to him every day. Like that work environment was just so fun. I met Rob Taylor, a studio photographer who does the headshots for East Carolina Athletics, and he became my photography mentor, who I'm still very close with to this day. I haven't really met and connected with people in my life and before East Carolina and post East Carolina the way that I did with people there. And it was just it's hard to describe the culture and the environment of the people within Greenville and around the East Carolina fan base specifically. So it's been hard, I will say, to know that I left a place that has introduced me to some of my favorite people that I've ever met in my life. So yeah, I would say people for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. Who stands out, Houston, if I ask you your favorite student athletes at East Carolina when you were here?
That's a tough one. I grew really close with Courtney Layton. She was a softball player, but she was also one of my interns, so I'm definitely a little biased there. And then she went on to work for WNCT now, so I kind of felt like I had a little bit of influence in the direction of her career.
She's on ESPN Plus a lot, so yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm a proud mom. Yeah, it's tough because that's the part of college athletics that really appealed to me was you got to know these student athletes, college age kids on a personal level. So, they weren't just athletes on a stat sheet; they were baseball guys with mustaches that you got to make funny videos with and mustache march, and the football guys, you got to see them celebrate the field goal after the Memphis game in the Liberty Bowl. So stuff like that was just so cool. So it's hard to sit here and say pick out one student athlete because I just have so many fun memories of them, and then some I still connect with. So in Cleveland, I bumped into Gavin Williams, and that's a crazy connection that I would have never met. But yeah, it's crazy how a couple years at East Carolina will live with me forever.
That's cool. Talking to Houston McCullough. So Houston, what you mentioned going to Justin's wedding, so that's on the horizon. But how about as the NBA season comes to an end? What is July and September like for you? And I mean October they get going with preseason and things like that. So it's a pretty quick turnaround. But what is the summer like for you as a videographer for the Magic?
Yeah, there's definitely still stuff going on, but I kind of say my schedule is like a school teacher schedule, where I have the school year and then I have my summers to kind of chill. Not entirely, the month of June is still pretty packed. I've got some personal trips planned, but also, we still have the draft, and I still have players' camps to go to, and luckily we're a playoff team, so we don't have to worry as much about, the draft lottery this year, which is a weird thing for us to not have to worry about, but definitely still good. And after the draft, there's Summer League in Vegas. That's a couple of weeks. And then players aren't in Orlando right now. So once the season is over, they leave Market, they go home, or they go wherever they're going to go work out for the summer. We've got a couple players going to the Olympics. So when players aren't here, there's not a lot of stuff for us to worry about. So it's a little bit more relaxed. But once the players come back into the market, really after the draft is when they'll start to trickle back in. Things will pick pick back up a little bit more. But then after Summer League, which is in July, we have a couple of weeks until Media Day, and Media Day is kind of the thing that marks the start of the season, again, at least for staff, because the day after Media Day is when training camp starts. And once training camp starts, my life disappears.
Well, hopefully you can have a life for the next couple of months. Houston McCullough joining us on the Pirate Radio Live Line. Houston, great to catch up with you. Thank you so much. And we are happy for you that you are doing so great down there in Orlando. And keep up the good work. And if you see Zach Maskovich or Alex Walker fall down while they're filming, or please get some blooper reel of those guys.
Absolutely. I'll get some footage for it and send it straight to you. Don't worry about it.
Appreciate that. All right, Houston. Well, Shirley and I are very, very happy for you, and we'll get you on again soon. But thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
For sure. Thank you so much, guys.
Houston McCullough joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Another bird that flew away from the nest, but she's doing great. Down there with Zach Maskovich and Alex Walker.
Man,
what
a crew.
Yeah, the whole a lot of Greenville media headed down there to Orlando. Got to cover some playoff basketball this year. We'll take our final break, come back, get ready to wrap it up on a Friday. Back with you after this.
When I'm walking, I stop my stop, and I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. Let me go.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
This is Chandler Honeycutt with Pirate Radio, and for the past few years, I've been saying I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to get healthier, I'm going to eat better. I even tried starting my own plan, but it never really worked. I realized I needed help, and I needed expert help. Well, that's where I started to talk to Dr. Keene at East Carolina Weight Loss. You know, there's a secret to losing 1 pound of fat every day. Yes, it is possible. It is a unique weight loss program made just for me. Yes, I'm getting healthier. I'm losing weight. I'm getting energy back. I'm sleeping so much better at night. And the best part, there's no counting calories. There's no counting points. Check them out for yourself right here, right now, at EastCarolinaWeightLoss.com. Better yet, give them a call, 252-298-5510. It's a journey, and you don't have to take on this journey by yourself. No, seriously. They offer free consultation. And don't worry, there's no prepackaged meals, no surgery, and no hypnosis. So get on the phone today, 252-298-5510, or visit them online at EastCarolinaWeightLoss.com.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. People have been asking, what's new at New Blue? And I'm always glad to tell them that we now specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. As always, we offer plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, all while redefining service excellence. So go ahead, contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. Go Pirates.
Come experience Greenville's newest theater, Golden Ticket Cinemas, located on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. With stadium seating and reserved luxury recliners, you can enjoy the movie along with great concessions such as Ale House sliders, delicious wings, pizza, and hot dogs. And they even have milkshakes. You can always find great deals at Golden Ticket Cinemas, such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays and free family movies at 11 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Pirate Radio.
You must be a pirate for the Pirates Code to apply, and you're not. And thirdly, the code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow was up 125 points today and finished out the week at 39,512. The NASDAQ was down 5 points at 16,340. S&P was up 8 at 5,222. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
All right, I want everybody to give one word to the audience to think about this weekend. My word that I'm giving to the audience is going to be family.
Okay.
I want everyone to think about and love their family this weekend. What's yours, Chandler?
Friends.
Friends. That's a good word, Chandler. Shirley, do you have a word?
Yeet.
Yeet. Now, what is that?
When you yeet something.
All right.
Chunk it.
Alex.
Mama.
I'm sorry?
Mama.
Mama. It is Mother's Day.
Yeah, true.
All right. There are your words. Family, friends, yeet, mama. Family, friends, yeet, mama.
Family, friends, yeet, mama. Family, friends, yeet, mama.
Well, see you guys and gals Monday, 3 o'clock. All new edition of Pirate Radio Live for the crew. I'm Clip Rock, Jeff Charles. Take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930.